We formed together over blood, sweat, and lots of tears, and scathing
I'll cry.
remarks.
Scathing reviews that were not
I'll cry.
I will cry on command.
Okay. So, for this new series refresh, I guess I'm just gonna start from like where the book starts us off and start with the series concept.
Okay.
That sounds good for you.
Yeah.
Page 46. If everybody wants to follow along in their books, students.
Yeah.
So the series concept, who are you as a crew? Who do we want to be as a crew? There's the company men, the casual detectives. I mean, these are just ideas. We don't have to go with these, but they will get like things kind of jump started in your brain. Conspiracy busters, dabblers in the mist. There's the event. You know, something crazy happened that we all experienced.
So, yeah. So just because what we had last time, the last crew we ran together was, they were like relic hunters, but we never really did a whole bunch of relic hunting. So we kind of shot ourselves in the foot by not following that. So let's find something that we would all actually do together, and it might make sense if after the characters, and we should probably do that first, and then make the characters, and then go back to make sure that it still gels with everybody's idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Now, did you have a specific direction you wanted to take this?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I personally want to do something like at a school. That's just kind of my, people have like that one campaign they've always wanted to run.
Mm-hmm.
I spent like the last 2 days like fleshing out this whole thing. Kind of like, Drake, you understand, just pages and pages of stuff because you just get on this creative.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always wanted to do something like at a school. The university's already there. But that's just me. So, but what does everybody else think?
I mean, I like the idea where the Umbrella Academy idea, where it was people drawn together by a singular individual, that they're all because of special talents or special things that they come together to do whatever. Now, it doesn't have to be crime fighting or saving the world, but it could, because a single individual could have lots of different ideas and plans. And like, hey, you're a team. You're here because you have these special skills that I value. And then I have these things that I would like you to do for whatever. And everybody can show up for their own purpose. Like, it wouldn't have to be monetary for everybody. Everybody could show up for their own reasons.
Yeah.
Hello.
I like that idea.
Hey, so sorry, I am late.
It's okay.
You're so late. It's ridiculous. Oh, sorry.
late
We
on
have to be
the
nice.
No.
Sorry. we
That
have to
went
be
out
nice.
No.
so fast.
Hi, Andrew.
No. I was getting recertified.
Woo!
I was
2 minutes too many.
supposed to be back. I was supposed to be back by 7:30, but I was getting recertified for my orientation and got caught in a thunderstorm, and yeah, that was
It's like
fun.
all wet.
That is why I am all wet.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh my god.
I've not even eaten yet.
Don't
Wait,
worry.
Wait.
Don't worry.
Was-
Don't worry.
was that-
I got a sound for this.
Yeah.
Is it me gagging?
Where's my soundboard?
So
Uh-oh.
we kind of did just get started though, Andrew. Right now we're just going over the series concept. What is the
Okay.
thing that is going to kind of glue us all together and keep us all connected? And so I said I like the concept of the school campaign, something happening at a university, high school campaign. That's just something I want to run eventually in the future. I don't mind if we're not doing that. I mainly just want to have like, what's the central thing that's gonna keep us glued together, organically, naturally. And then Drake said Umbrella Academy type vibes, which I like too. So I'm down because they have like
Yeah.
what is their? They have their dad, but he's like their
Yeah, their adopted father.
Yeah.
That he.
Yeah.
Is their benefactor.
Yeah.
He's their
Yeah, the
benefactor.
benefactor idea. I like the benefactor idea when I was thinking of Umbrella Academy, because I was like, everybody can come from such a variety of different backgrounds. Like, you don't have to be in like a certain age range. You could have like a kid, and then you could have like a grandfather who takes no shit, who's been called up.
That and like
I was thinking more similar ages because I have another.
Well, she's saying you don't have to. She's not saying that's the idea. She's just saying
you don't have to, but it just gives you opportunity to say like, okay, we're all in our 20s and 30s or 30s and 40s. There's not really an age limit to the Umbrella Academy.
But then there's also, to me, the idea of it also is if somebody's pulling you in together, you all already have that combined idea, that combined goal when he's being worked together, rather than we all happen to meet at a college. That's one way to do it, obviously, but it's also kind of like you meet in a tavern, you meet in this or whatever is going on. They provide some expectation that you're going to work together, but whenever you have an idea that's like, no, this is why you're working together, it does solidify it pretty easily.
So it's more like the book actually has an example, if I'm correct. It has like the accompaniment, which is similar to this idea of like having a benefactor, someone we all receive orders from, right? Like our marching orders. Yeah.
And not somebody who controls us. I would probably be more like, hey, this is the job that I have, so step in.
Yeah, like a Charlie's Angels situation. It's like you can do this job.
I keep thinking Mr. E from Evil or Mystery Incorporated, Scooby-Doo. That's what I keep coming up with in my brain.
Scooby-Doo.
I like Mr. E.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay.
Where are you?
So like series concept is that we're all working under a benefactor, right? Okay.
I kind of like secret society a little bit.
Why couldn't they be the same?
Yeah, why don't we make it both?
They could be, yeah.
Yeah, where it's it's super stealthy, no one knows, but we meet up all with umbrellas. Not a reference to Umbrella Academy.
Oh my god.
Could be like kind of like the eye from Now You See Me, like the secret society from that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Same kind of concept. It's all the same. It's just called different.
Secret mysterious benefactor.
I'm gonna say
yeah.
So for my notes, series concept, working under a benefactor, and we are in a secret society. And I would say we each have our like specific skill set that we're kind of like. Here's our niche. I also remind everybody, please don't pigeonhole yourself. I'm just learning so much by running the game. Please don't pigeonhole yourself and have every card super specific, because I have one player in another game who just can't do anything without her work van, and so when she's sitting there, I'm like, oh dang, because you made every single tag connected to that, so now when you're out of the van, you can't do anything. So just remember that.
It's kind of a downfall of certain theme cards like turf.
Yeah.
Or if you're not doing anything on the turf, it's you can't use it.
By the way, are we doing the sleeper starter thing, or?
I still will.
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, we're not there.
Okay.
Okay.
We're in a secret society. Everyone has their kind of role, but I kind of want it to be where everybody has their role, but if like someone's missing, we could still function without them. Like if someone can't make it.
I think we'll be fine with that. Yeah.
I think the society would be cool is that if we're just like known in this city, and then there's other societies that, from like a different city or something, like New Haven, like a New Haven society, or like like Detroit society. If we're like based in Chicago, there's a Detroit society, there's a New Haven society, and it's like, okay, those people are coming in and out.
Those people coming in? What do you mean?
Well, like if
people
we
from
ever
other sects coming into one.
Yeah, other people can come in and other people can leave. So like, let's say a character needs to like leave because it's the end of their arc, we can be like, oh, they got transferred out to a different part of the secret society, or also.
So like let's say this is like your arc ends, right? You run your 6 sessions and then I take over. My character could then be like, hey, he's on loan to this other society for right now because they need his particular skill set versus yours or any of your characters.
Okay, that's a good idea, but at the same time, I think the issue we had before was that understanding.
No. Nicole was never there because she was never part of us. We're starting our group off together. We're gonna be together. This is only whenever we're switching out the MCs, and it would explain why my character is gone and then why your character is gone.
The thing is, I don't want the characters to leave. Like, have them stay.
Well, no, I'm not saying they're leaving, but they'll still be in the city. It's just they won't be there with the case, or you want them to all be in the case. You want to have the DM have a PC in the case at the same time.
Isn't that what we talked about before? We were talking about DMPCs and all that.
Well, now I'm saying it's fine, you can, but we just never discussed if it was going to be that way or not. If that's the question now, then yeah, I would absolutely allow it. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I think I'll try it out and see how stressful it is because I've never done
It won't be. The hardest part about being like a DMPC in this game would be like, okay, I know the answers to the case, but at the same time, like, if you could turn your brain off or at least know how to ask a guiding question, it won't be that hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it should be up to the MC if they want to play their player or not. But
Yeah.
I don't think I would.
Yeah. And
Also,
I
like,
might play mine. So
What'd you say?
For yeah, sorry. For this, you said like all of us being around the same age like would be better, maybe like similar age ranges.
Because I just think.
I think we all have.
I had one player who was like a mom. She was late 40s, and then they were going to get arrested to go to prison, and then it's kind of when it like it's going to take care of your kids. It kind of just narratively didn't make sense, like why she would join the group, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I think when it
That's
comes to
kind of why I
joining
want
the
to
group,
sort of lean into like secret society part-time job in college situation. That's just me. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's not like I don't think we're all making anybody who's in a vastly different age range or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be fine. But also, like, why would somebody join? That's up to the player to decide, not really anybody else. So, like, yeah, if they're gonna go to jail, it sucks for them, but that's the risk they chose. So
Yeah, if you make a mom that gets arrested and you're like, I have 2 kids, I have to take care of every single day. Well, it's like,
that's on you.
man, shouldn't have exploded that bank in the back.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, you're a shit mom.
My point is just, that's why we start with the series concept so that we make characters that fit this concept.
Yeah.
But what I said was everybody has their role. But when I said someone is gone, I just meant like if the player can't be there during a session, we could still function because.
Oh, you're saying nobody has to be absolutely critical for us to be able to move? Yeah, I think we'll be
that's what
fine.
I meant, yeah.
I think we all have an idea of what we'd be, and we've played before, so we know kind of how to fall into stuff.
Yeah, I think
I don't think-
we have the experience now that we've done 3 arcs together, and now we know like how to make tags that are not too specific, how we can work off of each other, how if we do lose somebody,
No,
you do
not
want
too
specific
specific,
tags,
as in, like-
but like not too specific where you're like always in the van, for instance,
Yeah.
or like if we get into a physical altercation and like somebody is missing that is supposed to be the fighter or something, then we're just like fucked. Yeah,
like,
we're
I
just
never want a situation where like, oh dang, our speaker's not here, so we're just going to shoot ourselves in the foot because none of us are doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody has their role.
That's I think.
But
Yeah.
we can all kind of flow in and out of different roles.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that'll be when it comes to character creation. Like the characters won't matter. It'll just be like the power tags that'll matter at that point. So that's a different thing entirely. But yeah.
Series concept, do we want to flesh that out now? Like, what do we want to call this? What is our Umbrella Academy?
Ooh, what kind of society would be? I call it the Parliament.
Society, and then it has different branches.
We already want to come up with the name like before we actually make the characters.
For
Like,
the society?
Yeah.
yeah, because I feel like the name.
No, we're not doing the umbrella society.
Unlike the Umbrella Academy, I feel like the name for our group should all of us be like decided once the characters are made, because like add a little bit of like each of everyone's like personality into the name. Like you can see why we were named this instead of just coming up with it and then having the
That'd be a
characters
really funny
get that
scene.
name. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we're all
okay,
coming
so the
in, and
crew-
That would be a really funny scene.
the boss
and
comes
so
in.
you-
He's like, "You're now this," and we're like,
Based
"Oh,
on who
okay."
comes
Ew,
in.
no, absolutely not. And then we come up with a new one.
You're now the Poncho platoon. Fuck no.
No, we're coming up
gonna
with it
spend-
ourselves.
I mean, there is that day in the life scene where after we've created everything, you gotta play through it real quick. I mean, we could come up with the name during that, but I don't want something.
I feel like we should do the day of life as like our first session, our part of the first session, rather than at the end of character creation, because otherwise it'll just feel rushed.
Yeah.
First
It'll give
session, it'll
everybody a
be
little
more
bit of time to
natural.
think
Let,
about
let, let people think on their
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, think of the
'Cause
character, but like, yeah, the society.
No. I mean, if you do it at the end of the character creation, I'm saying like give them a little bit to think about what they would do on the day of the life of, so that it can be a little bit more cohesive for what they would envision, rather than trying to scramble and rattle stuff off immediately after creation,
Okay.
and then it'll roll into the actual session.
So you're talking about session 1.
Yeah.
I was talking
Ooh,
about the society name. I don't know what that noise was.
It's Detroit.
Oh, is that thunder?
Gunshots or gunshots.
That's it was
Wow.
right above my house. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, it's a pretty big storm coming.
Yeah. Hope you don't lose power.
Yeah, so, but yeah,
Now that
we
you
have
said it,
mysterious.
it's gonna get jinxed now.
Okay, so the very beginning of it, at
Yes.
least, or like the title of it, the working title can be like the benefactor will be our crew theme.
The benefactor?
Yeah,
Ooh.
or like you're talking about serious concept, like so you have like the benefactor or somebody who would,
Drake,
because they
what
have
was
conspiracy
that name?
busters and Empress and Best.
What was
What?
that name you came up with? Not to poach it, but I do think it was a clever idea. All the different birds.
The Parliament.
Oh, the Parliament.
Oh no, the Aviary.
Yes, I like that. The aviary.
Yeah, everybody's gonna
A
have
lot of
code names
bird
with
names.
birds.
Did we have anything to do with
Ooh.
Is that our
The code
I
names would be. Would
I
basically
mean,
would
we
be-
we
The
could
code
like
name.
that's it's just similar to the Umbrella Academy. It's just like there's different representations.
because the second, because like in season 3, the ends it becomes. That no, you don't get that. Sorry, it's claimed. It's already claimed.
You can't take a bird.
Yeah, I
You don't
can.
own birds.
Bullshit, I don't.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
He showed his tattoo.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
But I think because like the end of the Umbrella Academy, like at least season 3, is the new timeline. It's called the Sparrow Academy.
That's true.
Think.
Yeah. Are we
Call it the
talking-
aviary. No, the aviary is different.
They didn't name after birds. They were still numbers, even in the alternate timeline, right?
Wait, Sunny, do you want
They were
an
still
aviary
numbered.
that sounds similar to your name?
No, not at all.
No.
Because Drake actually came up with this idea like a couple months ago and sent me a bunch of different birds and was
Like
like
1
coming
month
up with
ago.
different character references.
Do we want?
I think
Is our cover like? Is that our cover over like an aviary society?
Bird society.
Well, I'm just
no,
thinking we
I
need
think it was just like because like
You
Charlie's
take a
Angels,
symbol.
like, they're all angels, right? So
Yeah.
and then whatever so aviary would be the same thing. Like, you all have a code name. You all have something that would identify you, so that we don't, if you ever get caught or anything like that, we don't have you traced back to us, because all we ever knew you by was XYZ.
I think
find
it's
it
not even
funny
that.
like okay, quick thing, I'm sorry. I find it funny that if like anyone accidentally mentioned the aviary to like a person they know, and the friend is like, are you in a cult? And you can't tell them like you're in a super secret society, so you're like, yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they're not taking any more members. We're not saving anybody. We're just looking at it's a overgrown
It's a bird
group.
watching club.
We drink Kool-Aid
watch
and watch birds.
Birds on
The greater
Sundays.
eastern grouse is my Moby Dick.
That's what I was. That's what I was
We
thinking,
bring
is our
seed
cover
and
that we're
breadcrumbs as
just-
offerings.
Is our cover is that we're just your average?
No, I didn't think it was supposed to be literal. I think it was just like
No,
a name for it.
Yeah, it was just like when you think of a secret society name, it's usually a symbol and then something, it's a metaphor for something, and then they try and bring in like any of their information or doctrine into that symbol. So, for example, the Umbrella Academy, you constantly see the umbrellas. There's one called the Crow Club, where you always see crows and just references to like a crow and a cup. You know, and I was just thinking, okay, in my mind, I was going, okay, let's go like gold, silver, bronze. And then I was thinking about Drake's example that he gave me a couple months ago. And I was like, that's a good symbol, is the aviary. But also, a birdcage? Like one of those little...
A broken bird cage, and the bird is like sitting on top of it.
Ooh, doors open or closed?
The door is destroyed. I don't know. Like, let's just throw it on its head. Like the bird freed itself, okay, and destroyed the cage that it was kept in.
Bird escapes. Gotcha.
That's hot.
I'm still.
I like my good. I like symbols. I don't know. I like symbology. You know, like
I like symbolism. Symbolism is very fun.
Yeah, symbolism, and it's just when you're sitting there and you're like, okay, take the bird. Now take it a little bit farther. The bird has freed itself.
Yes.
I mean, you could even make the secret cult, like not cult, secret society, like the Phoenix or something. Like everybody's a phoenix.
Ooh. Yes.
A mythological bird.
Yeah, so then they're the phoenixes, and then like different sectors are different birds.
Yeah. Because there's like other like mythical birds that can be used, like for the different like organizations or different factions.
It's a dragon.
Yeah, that's a dragon. Mushu.
Each little like faction is like a caged animal. Or an animal that is like often like kept in a cage.
Why caged?
I don't know. Like cage.
She wants to be broken free.
Yeah.
No. She wants the door destroyed, so she wants to party.
She wants to set herself free.
Anarchy. I mean, maybe I'm tying in the symbolism for a reason, being self-indulgent. Okay. Just saying.
No, I like it. I like this version of Naya.
No, this is the Naya that you're getting that's more awake and is on a day off.
I like this Naya.
Currently.
Shout out to this Naya.
Love refresh Naya.
Organic, fresh grown Naya.
The title was the benefactor, but now it will be the what? Like for the theme.
The Phoenixes.
The Phoenix Society.
The Phoenix Society.
I think Phoenix Society rolls off the tongue better.
Yeah. Phoenix Society.
Okay.
Phoenix faction.
Everybody was reborn into what they are now.
Oh, dang. Okay, society. I just like things that rhyme, but it's fine.
Alliteration, supposed.
So we got the title. We have the concept.
And the best part about this with the concept is means we can build cases that cater to that as well. As MCs, we build cases that cater to the benefactor side of things, like why it would be that way, rather than it being random stuff that we would find. Like when we would pull modules, you can kind of tie it in there, but it'd be easier as an MC to be able to like, okay, the secret benefactor, whoever is heard about this, and they need you to do XYZ because of this.
So, if we're going to answer this question, who are we as a crew? We are members of the Phoenix Society.
Correct.
And what does what are the usual jobs that the benefactor?
So, what the series focus would be? So Umbrella Society or Umbrella Academy always had them like stopping threats, basically being superheroes. We're probably not going to be superheroes. It's a secret society. So maybe it's stopping supernatural threats that pose it could be like they pose a threat to the natural order of things.
Maybe, or we can do a Men in Black situation and like do a little bit of both, like saving people.
Chaos prevention duty.
Yeah, chaos prevention duty, and also like Maybe bringing people into the society.
There's already the what's it called?
The gatekeepers.
The
Yeah, there's already
gatekeepers.
gatekeepers who already kind of do that.
Well,
Huh.
that's the thing.
But
They do it for a different reason, though. Like
Yeah, they do the
this would be
rifts.
like, well, this would be like us as being rifts combating other issues that could potentially hurt the city. The gatekeepers do it because of overall like meta plot. It's to contain all of this stuff into one area. That's the only reason they do it. They don't want it spilling out to get everywhere else. That's why it's all stuck in the city.
Mhm.
We're doing it because we gain something else out of it, or the benefactor does. We just don't know what it is. So we take out the bad guy, we take out this, we gather the relic, we give them whatever. We're doing it for that person, for ourselves, or for some mysterious reason that's known only to us, rather than random stuff popping up and we're just like, oh yeah, I decided to get involved, you know? So it could be a threat to the city, it could be a threat to any of us, it could be a threat to like life as we know it.
Just odd jobs.
So if we're going to
I like
answer
odd
that,
jobs.
what are the jobs that we usually get? How would we answer that?
Preservation of mundane life.
Preservation of mundane life. Like
Logos.
what would be an example of that?
Through what means?
Like let's assume that somebody got an ultra powerful weapon and you wanted to stop it, kind of like the book. But let's say it's like a gang leader that finally got Thor's hammer and is like, I'm going to take over the city, or I'm going to take over this one. So, or they're going to destroy an entire section of the city because, you know, it's a gang war at that point, and that happens to be where we all live.
I don't.
It's like-
maybe I'm just thinking of like down the earth problems. Maybe
It's
I don't
just
know.
like chaos
Like what? How are we going
prevention.
to pay our taxes?
Like-
no, just
like
reversing
imagine-
Mandela effects. You know.
Like, just imagine chaos prevention duty. You're like, one day you're grabbing a relic so that like so-and-so doesn't burn down this district. The next day you're like brokering a deal between two avatars who are trying to like not, you know, tear
Even.
down a neighborhood or something. Or
Mhm.
cause war. Gang war.
Mhm.
So I have preservation of mundane life, chaos prevention duty,
Because there's so much crazy shit that happens in the city of Mist. Somebody has to keep an eye on it, and people that are closely tied to the mythos and can see it would be the most apt people to stop it from spilling over into the streets and causing, you know, bloodshed and innocent life and all that other stuff, all the other mayhem that comes with it.
I was just thinking, what makes us like different, special? Like, why can't other people do it? Like, why do we have to do it? You know what I mean? Maybe it's like special certain types of jobs. You know, not just like.
Well, see, that's the thing. That would require you to know what character you're building. Like, you're trying to answer a question with characters that aren't established yet.
Yeah.
So, okay, what kind of job would interest you? If you had magical powers and somebody said, hey, you're going to be part of this team that I'm putting together, what would you want to see in a job? What would you actively go for? Would you go for a heist? Would you go for stopping somebody from going on a rampage, like the bull in a china shop, like a rift of that, going ape shit in Koreatown? Like, would you want to
Stopping a
stop
drug
that?
deal that goes wrong?
Would you want to take over an entire city block for yourself? No.
I guess that is a better question to answer.
Yeah.
Turf war? Can we make it a turf war?
Oh God, no.
Turf war.
Turf war!
Boys.
Everybody pick out colors.
Now,
Green.
I'm gonna say we get paid for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that there's a reward.
Okay.
There's
Of some kind, yeah.
Reward
there's a
or
reward.
salary?
Of the characters choosing. I like to think that the character can choose how they want to get their reward. Don't make it like a lump sum of money. Make it, you know, like it's a money and then something else. You know?
Or, you know, money or something else.
Yeah, money or something else. Like you can always default to the money. You know, it's always like, I'm willing to give you 50 grand. But if you have a reasonable ask, I will also give you this. Like Naya's cowgirl if she wants, you know, an unlimited supply of alcohol for the next month.
No, I just want minimum wage. Like, actually.
Your goals are so not lofty.
We're gonna give you minimum wage plus $1.
Woo!
You know what? Cool.
You can
You just-
afford that extra coffee.
You just have.
I just don't see people doing this for free.
No, I didn't.
No,
That would never be
no,
for
I
free.
don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
saying
reward
do
is a
free.
good way to do it.
Okay, so
Mhm.
after every job, there is a reward or salary, but the benefactor provides this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Phoenix Society. The next is what kind?
Sorry,
What
what-
is our city of mist like? I mean, we already kind of had the
Wait.
city.
Andrew was
I
saying
love our
something.
city.
Yeah, sorry, I just had
Andrew-
a quick question. Like, the Umbrella Academy all lived in one house. Right? Do we want to live together in that kind of arrangement, or have our own kind of places, like fuckboy towers, that kind of thing?
Living together, because as an MC, there's just lots of moments where we're like, I'm gonna drive to their house, I'm gonna drive there, I'm gonna get there. I think it's just quicker if we're all just like, I'm going downstairs, or
Either we're
I'm
all
knocking on the
roommates
door next
or
I think like our primary location should be one, but then we also have like other places, you know, like somewhere where, you know, if you have to leave, you have to leave.
if you have to leave, you have somewhere to go. Maybe.
I'm thinking like Avengers Tower.
Okay,
I'm
so
thinking, like,
the benefactor
college
is the one that's going to be
dorm
paying us. They can have a spot in the city that we would all meet up on, like on the daily. Like it'd be like our day job. We show up there for that, or whatever it would be. Whenever we need to get together, we meet at the mysterious house. That way, we can all still have our own private lives, because every character is going to need a private life. Us all living
I'm not
together
opposed to
is
free
fine to a
time.
degree, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I don't want to play roommate simulator either.
But that would. I don't. I'm thinking like college campus, where it's like you're not like neighbors, but you still kind of interact with each other 24/7, but you still have your own like little separate lives. Some of us could be roommates. I don't
So
know.
then we could live in the same building, kind of like Andrew said. But
Yeah.
rather, maybe instead of it being like a mansion, it'd be like an apartment complex.
Yeah, apartment
Like a condo
complex.
place.
Not fully
Doofenshmirtz.
like I don't know if the benefit does the benefactor have Tony Stark type money?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, for
Like-
sure.
like-
This man,
Why-
this man fucks.
Can I ask a question? Why are we trying to limit ourselves? Do not go. He makes $400,000 a year in a massive city.
Yeah, we're
he
going
barely
big
can
on
afford
this.
this shit. Just fucking
We're-
go
we're-
for
you-
it.
Can we
Yeah,
All in.
he bought out a building.
Can we go crazy and just go all
Yeah.
out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
What
yeah.
the hell?
Yes.
Thank you. The
Please.
benefactor is
Okay,
a
so-
billionaire.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, he's a billionaire, and we all live in his building, and we all have 2 floors each. Okay, you don't just have one. You have 2 floors.
I don't need 2 floors.
Can my character live with someone?
Who's
Because that
yours?
would be overwhelming for her.
I- she can live in the closet, so her walk-in closet,
Okay.
but she has 2 floors.
Anyway.
I feel like a one
Shove it back
bedroom
in
for
the
everybody
closet.
would be fine.
Naya,
A one
we're
bedroom,
doing
maybe
big
2.
No.
things, big things popping. What
2
are you doing?
floors.
Yeah, we don't. Look, I'm. My character's big in other aspects. She is simple when it comes down to it. Okay, there's a lot of other stuff going on.
We live in
Listen.
benefactors,
Yep.
money bags, Tony Stark.
You know what'd be funny is that
I don't
if
want
you're
to
a
live
character,
in Monopoly Moneybags house.
Naya, but what would be funny is if your character is just never on their floor and is always just living with somebody else.
Don't you have
Yeah.
That
floors?
thing, I love that.
Yeah, I gave her 2 floors, but she's just never on those 2 floors. She's always like in Andrew's apartment or Andrew's
chooses to
floor,
be
like
in the
hidden
loud-
in the back.
Yeah.
She chooses to be in the loudest snores room. Whoever snores the loudest, she lives with them.
I'm gonna say we live in a
Maya's
high-tech,
character.
ultra modern.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, so just Iron
So-
Man.
We're going big.
So this goes
okay.
back to whether we get paid or not, right? Because if he's covering all our expenses, rent, food, we have everything. There's, I mean,
still have
we have.
life
I
stuff
think
to
our
do.
bank account should be limitless then.
Yeah, that'll come with like the crew power tags. That's what that's about.
Yep.
I would say that the ass. I would
Sugar
say that the
daddy benefactor.
Heck yes.
but the ass have to be limited.
Okay.
Like we can't just sit there and like, yeah, we have unlimited money and like unlimited funds, but at the same time we can't ask for like past a certain limit, you know? Like we can't be like, okay, we want this and then the world. We can't like
be realistic. We're not gonna ask for 2 floors like you just suggested.
I'd take 2 floors in a heartbeat.
I think the question what she's going is like, we can't ask for an army, but we can ask for like an armored boat.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
Ooh,
in terms of
I
scale.
like that.
You can't ask to burn down an entire district.
Yeah.
What is it? Ultra modern? What's the word? Not apartment. What's better than
Condo.
Condo?
High rise?
Yeah, high rise.
Condominiums.
Oh.
High rise building downtown, of course.
Fuck
2
Lord.
floors isn't
Condos.
a
Condos
condo.
can be
Fancy
inside of high
apartments.
rises.
I would not call 2 floors condos.
Condos.
What would you call it?
I
a
call it
house
2 floors.
inside of a
2
building.
floors.
A house inside of a building. Yep.
Condo.
Living
Let's say
quarters.
The benefactor lives on the top floor. Have we been there? Is he mysterious? Have we met him?
Probably.
I don't want
It's like
in the
the
building.
key card
I don't
sort of
want- I don't-
situation.
I never want to meet him. I don't want him to be in the building. I want him to like live adjacent
Like-
or somewhere else.
You know what?
Oh,
he
you
can
want
have
him to
he
live
can
on
have like
an
the Jarvis
island.
idea. You know, he can have like the Jarvis idea where he has like an AI version of himself that
Yeah.
we don't ever know if that's really him.
Yeah.
He'll just talk to us that way.
It could be
Like Cortana.
Can we name
It
it?
could be a
Can
guy,
we
it
name
could
it
be a girl,
something?
It could be multiple people using that AI voice. You know.
Yeah.
It could be a whole
Yeah.
society
Yeah.
who's like controlling us, and we have no idea, but we're doing it.
We have no idea, but we get paid.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Call him Papa Phoenix.
Can
Papa
the AI sound
Phoenix.
like Angela Bassett, please?
What's up?
Hmm?
Is a mysterious
N-
benefactor. Wait, I'm gonna say, what do you think? We've never met him. We just
Never met him.
receive
Not
orders
face to
from
face.
him. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
And we all like at this point, like we all know that his word is good. We don't doubt that like he won't.
So we trust him.
He's not gonna fuck us over.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we trust him, but we've never met him.
I'll say them because we don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
Obviously it's a guy.
Trust them. And they could live on the top floor. They could not live there. We don't know about them at all. We just know that they give us our orders and we execute.
Yeah.
Okay.
We meet in
I
the
have
basement because
written,
I want a gun range.
There could be a gun range in
Yes.
there. Soundproof.
Yeah, I want a gun range in the basement. Everybody's meeting on the bottom floor.
It's more like not just guns, but like any training that you're.
Any type of weaponry. Yeah.
Training
Like a danger
facilities,
room.
everything.
Kind of like the Hunger Games training facility. Like everybody has like their own section.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is
I
actually
wrote
okay,
that
we
we-
can't spend. We'll flesh this out.
You're gonna do this, yeah, I know.
I really love this.
Yeah.
And this part is really fun for me, but we'll flesh it out. We got training grounds in the basement. Okay.
And the
Nice.
meeting area. I like the meeting area being in the basement too. It's a super doomy elevator.
Mhm.
It's a specific elevator.
Also stands in as the meeting grounds, even though I feel like there's an official
Mhm.
like
Boardroom.
Sunny's character just wants to
A war room.
Yeah, the war room in the basement. Yeah.
Every floor has just a random thing. Like war room. Yeah.
My character is always ready for war. Meet me in the war room. Which one?
We're going to
Floor
get
four.
coffee.
Cheerios right now. Can we stop talking about war?
War Cheerios now.
War. Like, what have you been through? Just has a totally normal life, just ready for war for some reason.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm a prepper.
It's just one of those things. Like, I love the concept of war. Never been to war, but I like the concept of it.
I
No.
like the concept of
No, we don't.
I'm a fan of
What?
war.
Let's say I support war.
democracy. I support democracy and spreading it.
Spreading what?
Democracy.
We're spreading it
Respectfully.
respectfully.
Yeah.
Of course. Thank you for your service. Just going to.
Yeah.
God. Thank you for spreading it. What?
Thank you for spreading. What? got the city, so we can move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up is character creation. So everybody can kind of throw out their ideas. I have a few. I'm gonna look at my notes. Oh, there actually was a lot of stuff I wanted to go over first. Actually, the lines, veils, expectations. I'm glad I got my notes because we did not go over that yet. Just a reminder for everybody: be inclusive with everyone in the group. Yeah. Make sure that that we don't get like too clicky, if that makes sense. So be diverse in who you're talking to, who you're going to. Remember that there's more than everybody all together. I wanted to ask, what are we comfortable with? What are we uncomfortable with? Is there anything that we want to, speak now or forever hold your peace, write down, is there anything
I'm comfy with everything, so you don't have to worry about anything from me.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Frank is comfy with everything. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the scary part, yeah.
No very like descriptive or no major descriptions of like bone breaking. I'm good with everything else except for that for some reason. No major descriptions of bones breaking, like arm twisted, whatever. Just like don't tell me what the bone does.
So nothing Deckard would normally do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can say someone got ran over, just don't tell me what happened to their skull. That's all I ask.
Damn it.
Interesting. No major descriptions of bones breaking. Anything?
Can I use the word pulverized?
That's okay.
Okay.
It's fine. That's fine.
Anything for you, Sunny?
Yeah, I have a couple of things. I don't like suicide in my games. I just am not okay with suicide. Suicide and self-harm kind of go together, Destructive behaviors are fine, because I know Andrew wants to play an alcoholic drunk. That's fine, but no self-harm. And then the last two are no, like, graphic descriptions of, like, psychosis, anxiety attacks, for instance, or if you're, like, going through, like, a psychological attack, just don't really get into it for the sake of my well.
What, for example, like you said, graphic description. So there can be like a certain type of description.
Yeah, there can be a certain type, but you don't really need to get into it. As somebody who has anxiety herself, I can get triggered off of somebody who's role-playing an anxiety attack, for instance. Or, I understand that you see something traumatic, but like you really don't need to be like, okay, I'm gonna roleplay like these deep, dark psychological thoughts that go along with it.
What would be okay? Like, what's a description where you're like, oh, that's fine?
If your character's having a anxiety attack or something, you could just be like, she feels really nervous, she's showing like symptoms of a panic attack, but you don't need to be like, here's what she's thinking right now, and like here's her whole going from X, Y to Z. Yeah, there's just no graphic descriptions of, I think for Andrew's game, I call it like psychosis attacks, because it's not just anxiety, it's other attacks as well.
For sure, yeah. I know someone personally who has that, so I definitely understand.
Yeah, and then my one other thing is also just graphic descriptions of abuse. I just, like we could throw lines at each other, but like I'm talking like parent just abusing a child, or just child abuse. Physical, emotional, just no abuse like that. Like I don't like having that kind of like emotional manipulation towards individuals. Like I know there's big bads and everything like that, but if you're gonna start being like really emotionally manipulative and gaslighty, I just don't feel as safe.
Yeah. And that's not
And like,
that's not a fun game for you.
yeah, it just causes my own triggers, and then I just zone out, and it's just not a great place for everybody.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Andrew?
My big one is any form of sexual assault. That would be out. Any form of like bigotry, hate speech, that kind of thing. If it's that, I'm not a fan of that. And I'm okay with like gore and like death and all that stuff. But when it comes to like little children, that's kind of where I'd rather not see that.
Yeah. I would personally say no harm to children. It just seems very sadistic.
I'm gonna go on my hate speech record here and say fuck deer. So.
Oh.
I
Oh,
will
God.
also say, I was recently in a game where the MC had my character like about like she was going to get sexually assaulted or something, and it just came out of nowhere, and I wasn't
Jeez.
told, and I it was towards the end of the game, and then it was just really awkward because I was like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Can you explain what you're doing? So I didn't think I had to say anything, but I'll say that now. I'm not even gonna say like reach out to me if you have this idea. I'm just gonna say don't do anything like that. Like forcibly impregnate someone without their consent.
Oh.
No, okay, yeah, that's sexual
Yeah.
assault.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sexual assault, man.
Um.
I would also throw on there if I have a couple other settings that are known to do this, but I don't think it'll happen in City of Mist, but like as just a veil as a conversation before the session to talk about if you lose the control of your character. If your character becomes in control of the MC, then like that should be discussed beforehand, just to clarify, like, I'm gonna have your character might do XYZ. Are you comfortable with this?
Mhm.
So okay. Yes.
Loss of agency.
Yeah.
Loss of agency.
If the character is going to lose agency for any reason, reach out to them beforehand, before the session even starts, if you can.
Mhm.
The day before, like
Yeah.
when you're prepping, do it. Please
Mhm.
do it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, and I'd be one of those things just like there's a potential. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
And if you're okay with that, then it's not a guarantee. There's just the potential for it there. But even if the potential's there, still reach out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't have to give away spoilers, but I personally would ask, like, oh, in what way? You can keep it vague. But
I mean, as willing as you're like somebody is asking, you know, you want to make sure that every player is comfortable. If it has to give away a spoiler just for the sake of player comfortability,
yeah.
go for it.
And like I said, like I'm good with anything, so good.
Okay.
Yeah, any pain you inflict on my character, just inflict it on Drake's character instead.
Yeah.
That's how that's gonna work.
I'm cool with pain. Or
Or
Care with it,
Naya's
I don't.
character. Yes.
So Naya's
Yeah.
living with us.
Yay.
I'm living in this. I'm in the suite that has just it's full of cushions everywhere, and
The Persian suite.
I don't want any harm.
A padded room?
Yeah.
Hey,
The
yo.
asylum. Oh, you're in the asylum. Okay, so we're all
Hey,
holding in
God.
the Umbrella Academy. We're just all in an asylum, thinking we're doing this awesome shit.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, you've made it. You got your 2 floors completely padded.
I just want.
Yeah, it's gonna be the
I just
plot
want, like,
twist.
One big pillow. I asked Mr. Moneybags. I'm like, hey, I have this design idea. I just want pillows everywhere, and I want the ability to sleep literally anywhere. I want to drop.
Calling it now. That the plot twist is gonna be we all are actually just in an asylum, and everything we thought was happening was all made up.
Plot twist. See you guys at my arc.
I'm looking at my notes. I said. I wrote these notes like a few weeks ago. I said, please go ahead, tell the MCs what you want to do or try. We'll run with it. I don't know. Anyway, we played long enough to know the basics of the rules and for everyone to know what they can/cannot do. I don't know why I wrote that, but I would say, yeah, going forward,
Don't question your notes, just go through them.
Drake is the person who was, and I get it now. He and me a little bit, who are more like active and took the initiative a lot of the time. I think now, as people are more comfortable, you can just say like, "Hey, I want to do this." And a lot of the time, I think as MCs, we just we'll run with it. Yeah, let's go. Unless it's something game breaking, but if you're like, "Hey, I want to go here and talk to this person. I want to do this move. I want to try go toe to toe," like just say what you want to do. If an NPC comes into the game, ask more questions, put yourself out there. I kind of want to tell Drake to step back for a second, let others like have the opportunity to speak first, because a lot of the time, because we know the game so well, Drake kind of led the last series a lot of the time. So I would say this time.
And I tried to hold back, but at the same time, it's like if there's a pause, I'm like,
I know.
I
It's
need
really
long pauses
awkward.
here. Don't need no long pauses. Yeah. It's different to me. Here's the thing. To me, it's different in person, because in person you can read the body language.
Yeah.
Over cams, there's a delay. There's not a full view of everybody. I don't have everybody in the same area to feed off of, so it's just a little bit
Wanna feed off us?
janky with that.
Sick.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Why do you keep? Why do you think I keep telling you guys not to do the meetup?
We're gonna do
It won't be good for
I
y'all.
was telling Naya, I'd love to meet up with everybody. What I was gonna say, expectations for what I'm looking for in this new series. Talk to everybody about it. Make sure everybody has a say. We talked about this before, but less trauma backgrounds. A group that
Yeah.
has known each other for a while. Close to each other. We don't have to be the best of friends in love with each other, but at least a year we've been working together.
I love Andrew.
So for trauma backgrounds, like what would be like too
Well, because
much for trauma?
I want everybody kind of like, there's sad stuff that goes on in
No.
the world. That's realistic, but like nothing's so. I want
If
to
you could be
live- I want
Batman,
you to
don't.
live through your traumatic stuff and not have it all happen in your background. You know what I mean? Going forward, let's live through the character, if that makes sense. So all the bad stuff that you've experienced, you're going to experience in game while we play. Does that make sense?
I think Naya,
Well, I
like
feel
you
like
can
when it
have your
comes to-
parent,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
like you can have your parents die, but you're just not super hung up on it.
I
Like,
can work
you know,
with that. That's all I want to know.
Yeah. No, I know that's what you were trying to go for. You can have your parents dead, and you're just like in game. You're just like, I've moved on. I've processed it. We're good. But that is a fact in my history.
Okay, cool. I can work with that.
It's not anymore like 28 years ago my parents died and I'm still hung up about it. Like, you
And
were
I'm
3.
Batman, and I'm tired.
But yeah, no
My knees
sociopaths,
hurt.
Psychopaths, any antisocial type personalities created this time.
No.
Who would do that?
Andrew
Who did
knows
that?
He did it.
No, hey, don't call out my young person.
Oh, my young person.
I knew I made the mistake after the first session.
Oh, after
After the first session, I realized, okay, this is not the best character idea that I've ever had. No.
We all
That's
have
my
them.
young
We all
person
have
over there. Don't you?
On paper.
I'll back him up.
Okay, I also wrote down allowing people to RP without being interrupted or breaking tense moments with a joke. Yeah, I'll just say that for everybody, for people who MC, for people who are players, kind of in the background, watching a scene play out.
I think it's one of those things too where there's a potential. Yeah, well, there's a potential. It's like it's not so much always breaking with a joke, but it's like if you say something and your mic catches it, it interjects and interrupts the scene. So like if you mute the mic so you can react, if you say something out loud, that's one thing. That would be the best way to handle that, I think.
Yeah.
Because I get excited too, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I think online with mics, the technology hasn't come yet where we can interrupt each other and still kind of hear what the other person said, like in person.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
watch out.
Just mindful.
Okay. Watch out for too many antagonistic NPCs. So make sure they're realistically, if you're rude to an NPC, they're going to act how they would react to someone being mean to them or rude. But
There's also being able to read like what's being said, because like it can be said in character, but there is a potential to read what the person's saying and taking it a little bit personally. I've run into that a couple times, not with this group, but just in general.
yeah.
So people are like, well, it's like that's what my character says. Like, yeah, that's fine. But then the person's like, they don't know how to handle that because they think it's a personal attack against them. So it's just being mindful of it, and also realizing like the setting, how the NPC would react in that moment. Like if it's a high society NPC and you say, hey, what the fuck's up? They're like, whoa,
Yeah.
first off. So
I wrote, there will be some, of course. Make sure it makes sense for the story and to not just make everyone an asshole for no reason.
yeah,
Friendly NPCs.
Yeah.
good reminders all around.
Yay.
Yeah, I already said that.
Like
Notice
Steve.
that Drake is the most vocal, engaged with the world. NPCs making decisions, asking questions. So I want everybody to.
She just called me a chatty bitch. Oh my god.
Oh my god, but you are.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Have the MCPC still be a part of the crew and bring them along. So yeah. So when it's time to be a player, it's not weird trying to incorporate them. They've been there all along. I wrote down utilize the ally theme kit. Still play as the character when it comes to roles. Have the players take over. I was thinking about that because as an MC, my mind's already kind of like in 1,000 places. So if I needed to roll as well, I think it would be a lot. So I might hand it over to speakers or something. Be like, hey, pick her best roles and have her face danger or something. Okay.
Yeah, like that.
During RP, controlled by the MC. During combat, controlled by players. Have everybody start off with 4 logos for a few sessions and then play through the backstory and how they came to getting their first Mythos theme book. It'll be like a level 0 type part of the series, like prologue sessions, the prequel series. Is everybody down with that? You would have like 4 logos and then 1 breaks and then you get a nascent Mythos.
So I like it in theory, and I've done it successfully before in the past, but there is the question, why would we be picked if we didn't already have our logo or mythos unlocked?
Picked by the
Yeah.
benefactor.
By the benefactor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This could be
So if we
free
if-
benefactor, right?
so there's also like
I like 3 and 1. I know
Yeah,
you want to go like
3 and 1.
3, and then you have the potential to grow that mythos scene. So it's like you're not level 0, you're level 1.
Yeah. I like that actually.
So that you're just a smidge bit more, just like you have a reason to be there. Like you're like, okay, I think I have magic juju.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's
Like
not
the
nascent,
wadnum is tingling.
It's a full-on mythos card.
Right.
It's not Nathan.
Yeah,
Not Nathan?
yeah.
Okay.
nascent.
It's
Yeah.
a Nathan card. Yeah,
Nathan.
it's Nathan. The card is Nathan.
Everybody's card is just the Nathan card.
It's just Nathan.
It's a Nathan thing.
Andrew, do you like that idea? You
I'm
look fine.
Nathan
good
card?
with that. Yeah.
What if
Nathan.
I decide to
Yeah.
fist fight you in a Costco parking lot? Would you also like that idea?
Yeah, that's fine.
I pay.
Okay. So now that we went through that, I think we can officially start with character creation. So does everybody want to start talking about like their ideas, concepts? I have a few.
I would like to hear Andrew's first.
Andrew's first,
Yeah.
and then Maya's. I like to hear yours.
What'd you call me?
Maya.
Maya's.
Maya.
She says it really quick.
Oh. No, after you've
What?
known me for a while, my family just rolls it all together. Go ahead, Andrew.
How do they say it? How do they say it?
They say it really quick. There's not even 3 syllables. I think it's 2.
I make it deliberate that I'm saying 3 and not 2.
Double deliberate.
Yeah, Andrew, let's hear it, buddy.
All right, so you already know what I would like to play. Inspired by
I forgot.
no, that's not his predominant trait.
Bite your lip right now.
Yeah.
No, oh my god, I can't do it.
Go
You
get
gotta
your
raise that
partner.
early.
Is this a existential crisis?
Oh my god.
I can get you on Instagram. I got you.
This is gonna be awful.
Yeah,
Maybe I need
go,
a new
go.
character.
Let's let him.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Go.
Shh, shh,
Let him
shh.
cook.
Okay,
Let
so
him
he's inspired by Klaus, and bringing East Asian Korean culture of a mudang, or male mudang, which is a paksu, a shaman, someone who channels actually spirits, and it's in connection with them. So I figured if he was a sleeper, he simply wouldn't understand what the fuck is going on. And as a result, if he starts getting these visions, these voices, these moments of where he blacks out and the spirit takes over, we think he's going crazy. Just like Klaus, he was admitted to a asylum for a while because he thought he was going crazy. So he same kind of thing. He tries to drown out those voices, those feelings, whatever, through substance abuse and a rather flamboyant lifestyle. He is a washed-up K-drama action star.
Hell yeah.
So past his prime, he was kicked off movie sets because of his drunken state and no one could work with him anymore. But he did manage to amass a fair amount of wealth before that. So he has a cushy lifestyle, but if we're going with this Mr. Moneybags, dude, that's even better.
Continues to fuel the lifestyle.
Why did the benefactor reach out to you? Is a question that I want everybody to think about.
Okay, so I think his unique ability would be to channel. That would be his main ability, to channel spirits, particularly of the people who might have passed. But it could also be spirits in general, if there is such a thing in this world.
There be.
His mythos is. Oh, what's the official mythos? Like the name?
Probably,
Doesn't have to be a name too. It could be a concept.
yeah. Let me think on that, because I think, basically he's a shaman, Korean shaman is what it is. But there is a particular mythos that might suit him.
So,
Uh,
why did the benefactor choose you? And then you're gonna say because of your ability to commune with the dead.
yeah.
We're the living spirits.
Tight.
Like somebody in a coma would be cool. Bonus.
Talk directly to their soul. Could you punch them in the soul?
No, stop it.
You can only commune with the dead. Is that the only thing? Can you like control?
Can you channel them?
Yeah.
Just channel them basically, so they could execute their powers through me physically.
So when you're there, would you be able to take on like their knowledge and their skill sets too?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, I just don't know how far you wanted to go with that. That's what I was curious.
Yeah, it definitely. I would basically surrender my physical body to that spirit, and then they would do their thing through me. So the Pak Paksu, Pak, last name, and then Paksu is the. So everyone just calls him Paksu.
You know what I learned recently, that Paksu is the sound of clapping.
Yes, it's also clapping.
Oh, love that.
Applause. Or the washed up K action
Actually,
stuff.
there's a sound too.
You're a sound.
Um,
We've already picked out. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just writing down.
Yeah.
You said he's Okie dokie. Do you have I just want to ask about like family.
No, nothing that's important in his life anyway. He would have dedicated his life to his acting career. And then when that went away, he probably would have had nothing.
Okay, so no family.
A bottle of whiskey.
Was he like a single child?
I'll say so. Yes, only child.
Okay.
Um,
But not in contact with parents.
no, not close at all.
Okay, so I'm writing down what you. I'm guessing like what you're saying. You already feel that's important for your character. So if you're saying no family, then it's not important for you to explore that.
Yes.
Okay. Can I ask about his secret pain? What is that? Inner source
Secret pain. Well, he has a physical struggle. That's actually one of the theme cards I picked for him. Is struggle.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Addiction.
And that would be addiction.
Addiction
Yeah.
to.
Yes.
Pretty much anything.
Yes.
Addiction to saying yes.
No, addiction. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, my
Yeah.
I'm
name-
addicted to
my
addiction.
name is Paksu.
And
Oh.
I addiction.
Alcohol. I'm an alco narco everything holic.
I addict. Well,
I
what do you
mean,
addict to? Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's a big
Moving
part of
on.
his life. Obviously, it's one of his identity cards. Yeah. So it's basically a way for a coping mechanism for him to make it through the day.
Is it just like, is it narcotics or alcohol?
Both.
Both.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Sex,
and
drugs,
yeah,
party.
Exactly.
So he's not limited to one coping mechanism. He has all of them.
Yeah, it's sex, party, drugs,
Okay.
the cat off the street.
What?
He's like 80s American.
What would you say his personalities?
Probably at this stage, maybe a little self-destructive, but I was going to actually lose. Actually, I had selected personality as one of his logo cards if we were going with sleeper, but that's the one I'd probably lose
Oh, okay.
if we go with one mythos.
Mhm.
How
But-
is he though, like with people though? How does he interact with people?
He's very fun. He's very friendly.
Okay.
He's
Is he
not.
like a life of the
he's,
party?
could be, but not really. He's more there to just enjoy himself and lose himself, not to entertain other people anymore.
He's there for a good
Yeah, exactly. And
Not a long time.
but he does care about those people that are close to him, so that would be the crew. What else?
Cool. I like it.
Sorry, and you were saying his background. Oh wait, what would his logos be? Well, I guess we're all working.
Okay, actually. Well, so logos doesn't mean job.
Yeah.
That just means the mundane society. So
Oh yeah.
like you
So I
said, he's
struggle.
a action star, right?
Yeah, so I have struggle, routine, and training as my 3 logos cards. Routine would be just like his routine of like waking up, having a drink of whiskey, maybe smoking something up, maybe taking a nap.
Korean mess.
Yeah, and then finding a party to go to that night.
Oh,
Okay.
Um,
Networking. He networks. He's a
Party.
networker.
the Korean
Sleep.
networker.
More party.
Mhm.
What do I write down in the logo section? Like, what are you gonna write there?
I just have let's get this party started.
Aaron Carter.
Ooh.
It's a great song. I don't-
Logos.
What's the word of, like a deadbeat, but
Party
Deadbeat.
fiend.
Washed up
washed up?
actor.
Because I kind of want like
Mm.
I just want like a short 2-word phrase for your character, just to quickly write it down.
Okay. Just a hot mess.
Bohemian.
Korean
Hot mess.
a Korean hot mess.
Hot
But hot
mess.
mess, yeah, that sounds good. But heart mess with the
Good.
heart of gold.
Yeah.
I feel like this-
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Aw. When you get to know him through the crippling alcohol addiction, oh.
When he's sober,
No.
he's
The smell of Vicodin.
um,
Wait, when's he sober?
when he's asleep.
Oh.
That's gonna be the joke every session.
Okay. And the mythos was, what could I write down for right now?
Whichever one allows him to channel. No, I forget which one that is.
Can't you pick Claus from
Klaus?
the Umbrella
Klaus?
Academy? Klaus.
Klaus.
Santa Claus.
Dangling
Santa Claus
parts.
too.
I think he wanted to stick with the
Santa
Korean
Claus.
shaman though, just for the theme.
Santa
Just for the
Claus.
theme. You said Paksu was the name of the shamans, right? Specifically, the
male
ones?
shaman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say male shaman
Um,
for right now.
I have so his 3 logos would be struggle, routine, and training. Training would be the fact that he was a former K-drama action star, so he has some of that action training still.
Okay.
And
yeah.
The choreography.
Fuck
And
But he-
guy.
yeah, but it's all fake though, right?
Yeah.
So he
But it's
doesn't
like-
actually really know how to fight. He just makes
That's
it
gonna be
look-
great because he's gonna swing at somebody. He's like, okay, now you turn your head. Oh shit.
Exactly.
Oh, I would love that.
K-drama star?
Yep.
Action star?
Yep. Washed up K-drama action star.
And now he spends his time coping with his mythos in unhealthy ways, right?
Exactly.
How do you feel about like the jobs that the benefactor will like ask us all to go on though? If he's like,
I think he would feel a little confused as to like, why me? Like, just leave me alone. I just want to drink and whatever. But he'll go just to see if it's fun.
okay.
And he is a former action star too, right? So he can he can pretend to fight at least.
I get you.
After a while, if you do it well enough, I feel like Tom Cruise can actually fight. Like, you get good enough.
He does his
at
own
it.
thing.
Keanu Reeves can. Keanu Reeves can.
Totally. So now he spends his time washing down his sorrows, his pain, his like trauma.
Yeah, I think
Broken.
I think part of
His
his
pain.
arc, part of his story arc is going to come to terms with his mythos. The fact that he is able to channel, he's not insane, and that he doesn't need to try and suppress that anymore. That he can accept it and move on.
Chosen one.
Okay. Unhealthy means. Yeah, that was my next question. Is like, what are your end goals for this character? If we're thinking about this entire series, like, I don't know how long this is gonna last. It could last a full year, you know. But
Forever.
what are you thinking? Like his end goals? Like at the end of the day, I want him to kind of. I mean, you don't have. To
I
have
want
the answer
him
right
to
now,
be-
but maybe just an idea.
I'm thinking eventually if he could lose his struggle card, and that would be symbolic of him getting over his addiction and accepting who he is. That would be, I think.
Okay.
And that
That's
could
a good one.
happen,
That's a
like,
good one.
That could happen at a midpoint, you know.
Yep.
And then you know how
Yep.
you have new goals, you know. So getting over his addiction and sorry, what was the thing you said after that? And
Accepting his mythos or whatever.
okay, or whatever. Okay, he's already in character.
Fuck it. I guess I gotta talk to fucking ghosts. Tell me how you feel about that. I don't fucking want to feel. How about that?
Can you not talk to me right now? I am 2 bottles deep, and it is not even 8 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, yeah, I'm.
Oh, he's been partying
Yeah.
all night.
This man is never.
It's like, I need you guys to go away. I'm in the shower. It's like, you're fully clothed and you're drinking. Still in the shower.
see.
You guys got him. You guys got his
I love
vibe
him
completely.
already.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Who would like to go next? Which is just PC name.
I vote Maya.
Drake. Am I on? What side am I on to you?
To me, you're right here. I
You're
see
up
you
here.
here.
You're in my upper.
You're this way
Okay.
for me.
Okay, we're all pointing different directions.
I didn't flesh out
Here.
my character nearly as much. I literally just came with the concept for the mythos, and then I was gonna go from there. So,
Yeah, let's do it. Just run through it.
Okay, cool. So I have 4 ideas. Character ideas. Okay. So I want to have the mythos of a lawful evil witch or a neutral evil witch. My top 3 were Hecate. I think that's how you say it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Lilith or Morgan Le Fay.
Okay, so that's what the book I used. It was her tone. In my case,
Sorry.
the book that you guys were getting in my case, that was the tome of Morgan Le Fay. So
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was just doing
Okay.
a little more deeper research into that. So for Hecate, it's Greek mythology. She's the goddess of magic, witchcraft, the night, moon, ghosts, necromancy. I was like, okay, what do I want her to go through? I want her to like not be taken over. You know, we're gonna start with one mythos, and her goal is to not completely give in to those dark desires that either like Lilith, Morgan Le Fay, or Hecate are trying to work through her.
did you say lawful evil or neutral evil? Did you have a preference?
Either.
I think for what you're going for, I think lawful evil would be better because it still has a code. Neutral evil would be ambivalent, and it's too easy for people to go, well, this is what they would do, this is what they would do. There's no direction for it. So lawful evil would probably be your better bet.
I think lawful then it would probably be Hecate or Morgan Le Fay.
Okay.
But
I mean, I like both of them
Hecate-
as a concept.
Hecate is fun just because I love Greek mythology, but like also the idea of death and like, you know, the character struggle of you don't want to associate yourself with death would be really fun, especially because you also have Andrew's character present as well.
Mhm.
Like because it's necromancy.
Mediumship. Yeah.
So like you're like, I have necromancy and like this witch power, and then you see Andrew and you're like, I don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking the other way around, that he wouldn't want to be associated with me because I can just call forth these dark spirits, and then all of a sudden
Oh yeah.
I'm traumatizing him.
That's a-
sorry.
That's a
Exactly.
fun.
Yeah.
No, that's a
It's a fun
really fun
dynamic.
duality of like having
Yeah.
the dude that doesn't want ghosts around, and then having a death witch who's like, she's always in the
Death-
room.
This is
Yeah,
like-
Yeah, you summon the ghost and let them possess me, and
Hey, that's
Yeah.
a
Let them
team
do their
there.
thing.
Yeah.
Always has a
And then-
shiver up
and
their
then he-
spine whenever they're in the same room together.
And then later on, whenever he's like in a drunken stupor, you're like, I caused that, and then walk away.
I did that. I can't take it back.
Sorry. I wrote down that the internal struggle would be like balancing the knowledge and the use of dark magic responsibly, and then and like having at the end of the day deciding whether to use the powers for personal gain or for the greater good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So it's
That's a good lawful evil style of thing to do. It's like, I want to grow my power, but I don't want to hurt people to do it, even though it's inherently supposed to be bad. Like, can you twist the bad to be good? While
you
still
can always
following your
rationalize
moral
your
code?
definition of good too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But it's-
That's gonna cause so much fun little scenarios. Andrew's gonna be like, I don't want to see any ghosts. Too late. Walked in.
I mean, what do you mean? You don't want to see Betty White?
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna say, you don't want to see Christopher Walken? He's so alive.
Yeah, let's say, come on.
Sorry. So wait, what do you think? Hecate then? It sounds like you guys are kind of
Yeah.
want
Hecate.
I
I like
Lilith
that.
is a little dark for me. I think she would really represent not even lawful evil to me. She would
be
represent
chaotic
like
evil.
the
Yeah.
chaotic evil, darkness.
She's understood. I did research, okay?
Yes, we all have done research. I still vote Hecate over Lilith.
Well, I'm just saying, because Lilith, people portray her, you know.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
it's
yes.
also
I still
it's
vote
also like
Hecate.
Medusa. It's the same thing. Like people interpret it like Medusa in many different ways, and there's just some symbols that stand out more. And for Lilith, for me, it's like darkness, and then for Hecate, it's necromancy is my symbol that I associate with her. So you can go either one.
My vote is on Hecate, though. I think that makes a better argument for your lawful evil side of things.
Okay. Oh no, I had those three options just because I did want to hear what you guys thought as well. I have no idea what her name will be. We'll get back to it. But Hecate, okay.
Bobette. You know, it's the cringe in me. I didn't kill it. I let it flow. My mythos is cringe.
Can Hecate commune with the dead? I need to do more research on
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's witchcraft. She's also knight, but she focuses on witchcraft, death, like crossword. Like she's in Greek mythology. She's seen at like the crossroads between, you know, losing your soul and, you know, mortal plane.
So
There's also the idea of it, though. Like, think about it this way. If Andrew's character is a medium, he's probably seeing them all the time without control, whereas you actually have to summon them. So it's not like you see them all the time. You'd have to actively seek them out or bring them to the fray.
Okay. If I was going to answer this question, why did the benefactor choose you? How would I answer that? Like, because I still need to do research on Hecate, so like.
Well, if your necromantic prowess is any good, or has something to talk about, like dark magic's always valuable. It's always something that maybe you could commune to the dead, or you could talk to the dead in a certain way that would help him out, or that would be beneficial to him in some form or fashion. Or your dark magic helps him out, maybe like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know. I'm trying to avoid that. That's what I'm trying to get to. Let's say you have the dark magic, but maybe you can extend life. Maybe you can, you know, siphon souls off of stuff and give it to there, or you can enhance him or enhance everybody else around you at the expense of other people.
I do like the kind of partnership that is Andrew's character and mine. It's a kind of yin and yang. You're unwilling at first, but I think I like the fact that I can probably enhance what you do and be like a support there, even if you don't want to do it. If that makes sense.
And then necromancy isn't just raising dead, but at the same time, if you can steal souls from people or steal life energy, and you can transfer it to heal to other people too. So
yeah, I will say that Hecate is also a large symbol in like modern day witches.
Okay.
And like she's still worshipped nowadays, and it's about the practice. So it's not just summoning death. It's about worship. It's about, you know, other people's ambitions. It's about reading the room, you know, intuition, signs from other, you know, rifts or gods or anything like that.
Okay.
There's also
I'll say
that.
For me,
Yeah.
I was saying, like, for me, for Hecate, like a theme card, adaptation works really well because of how diverse you can get with it.
Yeah.
So for magic, especially for magic.
Okay. I was also looking at Esoterica just because it's a new one in Local Legends.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Which is the witch one. So I don't imagine her like being a worshiper of Hecate though. I'm still kind of trying to think of why Hecate chose her.
I mean, I like that as her journey too, of being like, why am I chosen by this entity?
Like what darkness in me? Like why would such like a? Is she seen as dark, or people see her as like, I don't know? Is she seen as dark? Okay.
She's not seen as like somebody that's like super evil. I think she aligns with how you're seeing this like lawful, yeah. So if you want to be like, but at the same time, the things that she covers, like darkness, necromancy, like witchcraft, is not happy-go-lucky, cheery stuff. This is, this is something that's like, oh, you could be like a very like pink and bubbly person, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm summoning the dead. What?
Oh god. Yeah.
Can you imagine this? Imagine like a Valley Girl cheerleader with a bunch of armies or a bunch of zombies. That would be horrifying.
But you just have to like talk. You have to think of like the struggle that like that girl or person would go through of like, okay, this powerful being is now in me. Like what? Like
I guess
what am I gonna do with it?
That could be the mystery for the Esoterica card. Like why did Hecate choose me?
Yeah, like why?
Yeah, that's a perfect one too, because it's so nebulous and open-ended. Like there's so many ways for you to role play your character and then have that be something that leads to you finding out the answer. So it plays into the mystery as well.
Yeah, I can leave it open-ended, and then like MCs can play with that too, because we're all
Exactly.
like challenging each other's mysteries and identities. Okay. Honestly, I guess I'll leave that open-ended. Like even me as a player, I don't know why Hecate chose me.
Yeah. Yeah, and it gives an MC, like if they have like what they would think would be a cool idea for you to try and get to, it could potentially pan out really well, and that's a surprise to you too. So
That'll be fun.
I love those kinds of things.
Fuck around and find out.
Love it. I don't. I honestly. That's why I like the. I don't know her personality yet. I really just thought of those concepts, and then I was gonna bring it to you guys. I don't know.
Yeah, you can flesh it out as we go along, but at least you have it kind of locked in and who the mythos would be, and then the person around it can be pieced together.
Yeah. Oh, quick question, Andrew. What age is Paksu?
I'd probably put him around 30-ish, maybe early 30s.
32.
29.
33.
32 years old. Well, he's
And a half.
He's lived a bit at least, right?
But he's also Korean, so
So, he's still washed up.
because he could have started. Yeah, he could start off at like
Stop being
16
Drake.
and then washed up
Oh,
at.
Korean, yeah, he
Could have started off at 16
started at 8 years
and
old.
then washed up, and then spent like
This
12
is
years
why we get
just in a
canceled.
cycle of depression. No.
K-pop
That's not
stars
why.
Get like 9 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the
or
K-pop
younger.
training.
Yeah.
I was a K-pop
Fuck
stan
yeah,
for a very
grooming.
long time.
Okay, I put down 32. I'll have her. Why did Hecate choose me? I'm
31.
30. Kind of want to be the mirror of Andrew's character.
13.
I'm gonna be 32 as well.
You're gonna be my worst nightmare. I know it.
No, that's my title. Excuse you.
Can we have the same? Can we have
Nope,
the same
not anymore.
birthday, Andrew, for our character?
Oh, that'd be evil.
Oh, that would be kind of cool. What birthday were you thinking?
October 1st.
Yeah, what
31st.
You guys got to go
Good.
Gemini, so you got to go June birthdays.
October
I gotta do
31st.
Anything about like that? So.
Geminis are the twins, so you guys could represent, day and night, or unless one of you guys wants to go water sign, fire sign, or
Okay, you're getting.
wait, like I don't know. You
Yeah.
wanted to,
Oh, we
you wanted to go
talking
birthdays.
Zodiac now. I like this.
She went so hard on the zodiac. So October 31st.
Hold on. One
Halloween.
second. I'm gonna find this.
Can we be born at the same time?
Oh my god.
7,
1 minute apart,
Mhm.
exactly.
7 o'clock. Both pushed out.
April 4th. I don't know what sign that is, but that is a very, very bad day to be born.
It's a blue sign.
It's a blue sign. It's a I'm pretty sure
I know
it's an Aries.
dick
It's
about
a fire sign.
astrology.
Okay. April 4th. You just chose like a bad luck date, Andrew.
Yeah, Korean
Number 4 is
numerology.
bad.
April 4th.
You picked 4-4.
What time were we born?
4:44 a.m.
Oh my gosh. I'm going hard on the 4s.
Yeah, that's a bad number in Korea.
Yeah.
True. So we both have bad luck in different ways. We're just handling it.
Martin Luther King was assassinated on that day.
What?
Yeah, 1968, Lorraine Motel.
Jeez. It's also National
God.
Cinnamon Roll Day.
Hey, say ups and
I
downs.
love cinnamon rolls.
her end goal overall is to not be completely taken over by the darkness that is because I think she sees like Paksu as well and sees like what can happen. You're kind of like the example. You don't
He's the bad example.
I want that. I want you to be that. I want you to say that to him. Like I want you to walk up to him on the first session, grab his shoulder, and go, "I see you," and then walk away.
I see you and I'm not happy.
I was talking to a ghost that was right next to him. He was like, "Oh no, not you, sorry."
Grab is like, "I see this right here. Not a fan."
Poster
Andrew,
boy.
you're gonna
for
be
what
so
do
you're
not
gonna be
wanna
so
be.
sassy in this campaign because you're just always gonna
Exactly.
be under the influence of some kind of something.
No
I want some
filter.
out of pocket lines.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna use story tags and statuses. How far do you want this to go, Andrew? Okay.
Jesus.
You can't be that.
No, I'm ready.
If
I'm
that's
ready.
like a character flaw. Come on. Wait, if he's got struggle though with the addiction, he could probably weaponize that.
Yeah, don't make his second struggle be you.
I want one of the tags to have like that, like don't like tweakers have strength or something? Just have like tweaker strength.
Yeah.
He's super strong.
Like they're numb to pain. All the narcotics, he can't feel pain.
Oh, I guess
That's why he's such a
Yeah.
good fighter.
Oh, there you go.
Actually, I think that was what was my training take? I like getting the crap kicked out of me.
So
Ooh,
he's a
kinky.
masochist who's numb to pain. Bring it on,
Kinky.
motherfucker.
That is kind of kinky. That is kind of kinky.
Yeah.
You little freak.
How did we get here?
Naturally, it's just a natural course of
Yeah.
human.
Let's see, what's her background?
All horny all the time.
Her logos. Oh, her logos is. I'm not sure. I'll figure this out, but I think I have a good start. And I'm gonna share all these notes I'm taking with all the MCs too, so you'll see everybody's answers
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah, I don't know her secret pain or personality yet, so I'm going to move on. Who wants to go next?
Naya,
Yay!
bring it up.
Give
Let's
us the
do
10
this.
documents of lore.
Oh,
I want my
not
lord.
10 documents, but it's
We'll do
there.
Naya, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll do Drake and Sunny.
Okay. I do have a name. I kind of want to like go into like my idea for the mythos first, though.
But yeah, do it.
I don't know if I want to do like a specific god per se. I'm more of like the story of Demeter and Persephone.
Ooh, the relationship between the
Hunter.
two.
The relationship between them, it's either like the relationship between them or like I can't pick either one, or she doesn't know which one it is, but she knows it's one of them.
Okay.
It's the essence.
Yeah,
Ennui.
because I feel like the powers that I had like ideas for her with like could go either way. I can like shift them. It will work for either of them. Her name is Coraline Moore.
Ooh.
Spell more.
Moore.
Moore.
Nickname S'more.
How old is she?
Her so she's in her last year of college. I'm thinking like 22, 23,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay. And her mythos?
It was either supernatural being or mythology that I picked out. Like, is there a specific like word that I would like pick for that? It's either like supernatural being or mythology because I don't know if I want to do the person or the story.
Oh wait,
If that makes
what was
sense.
the supernatural being then? What was it? It's a story
gods.
of those two women.
Yeah, the story of them both. The story of
Gods.
those two women.
It's
so.
the mom and the daughter. So it's like a mom-daughter situation.
Persephone and who was the other lady?
Demeter.
Demeter?
Or is that how you say it?
Demeter.
Yeah.
How do you
Demeter.
Demeter.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like
You could go with the seasons. That encompasses
Seasonal
them
powers.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh.
Demeter's the goddess of the harvest, and then Persephone is the goddess of spring.
I like that.
And so you
And
could,
then the transition
you-
period, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
so-
transition. So with the like just the general idea of like the seasons work for that, or was it just like
Yeah.
I don't know.
what's like a line to represent that? Like what's
spring bloom,
The equinox.
the equinox.
Yeah.
What do they call the spring equinox? What do they call
Solstice.
this?
They have the autumnal.
There's a
equinox,
solstice
and then
and the equinox.
yeah, solstice and equinoxes are different though. But yeah.
Yeah.
So with those, like, what kind of powers would you want from that? Maybe that'll help define what to call it.
Powers that I want from that, like, not necessarily like animal communication, not really like talking to them, more of like, feeling their energy and just instinctually like knowing like what they're thinking or like what they're doing, and also a lot of knowledge on plants, fauna, anything of that sort, anything nature related. She
I
knows
would
a lot
stick
about.
with Persephone if you go that route.
Yeah.
Stick with
She
Persephone.
gives you better.
Yeah, because she's. But what's the
But-
twist? What?
The twist for that, the reason I can't pick, she has a sort of curse going on with her. She doesn't know why. Actually, she doesn't even know it's a curse until she finds out later on. That's why
Okay.
the benefactor picked her. Every person that she interacts with for within 3 months, I'm thinking like either a month or 3 months at a time, if they are the first girl born in their family, they either go missing or they get sick.
Oh.
They're not dead, they get sick.
All right, I'll throw at you. Sorry, this is my mythology coming out. You make that the pomegranate seeds, and that's the curse of Hades. And so you become Persephone, and you're not required to go to the underworld and spend, the 6 to 9 months underground in the underworld. Instead, the curse of the pomegranate seeds have become this factor of missing girls.
Okay. I like that. Oh my god. Because I wanted to work in like the pomegranate seeds somehow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that
The studies
So
are
what would
great
that be,
research
like,
to have for Greek
considered?
stuff.
that's just what the curse is called.
Yes, this is
Curse
my
of
niche.
Hades.
Yeah, so the curse of the pomegranate seeds.
What
Okay.
would be the name of your mythos?
Persephone.
Okay, just needed that main one.
Yeah.
Her logos is college student. Unless
It
she
wouldn't
has,
be
like, a
it wouldn't be
passion.
college student.
Do you have a
Oh,
job
farmer.
outside of
She's big on being a farmer or
Farmer.
I would
it? Cow
Ooh,
girl.
what would I call that? She is living in the city now,
Yeah, what's
and
the
she's
city
kind of
called?
gotten used to it.
What's the city?
I mean,
You never
urban
hear
farmer
of a
or
city.
something.
for-
That's all I can think of, like urban farmer.
Yeah,
Agricultural.
urban something. It's like, oh, there's a word for it.
She grows weed.
Oh,
No,
my
she
dealer.
doesn't.
Oh, no.
See? There you go.
What?
Oh, so
what
we
is-
got the opposite of Andrew, and then we got a supplier.
Yeah, Naya,
What? No.
We'll just, how about just urban farmer?
Yeah.
Okay. Just part of a lot of like.
And it can be refined a little bit if you find something better or something way to say it better if later on.
Yeah. Okay. I like having a start though, because I didn't have a name for it necessarily.
Yeah.
I
know the struggle.
Can I ask about her background, just like briefly? Yeah. Family life or whatever.
Okay. Oh, so what I'm thinking is, so again, another part of the reason why the benefactor probably picked her. she's adopted. She doesn't know she's adopted until later after she was picked. So she knows in the current game that she's not her dad's kid.
Okay.
Um,
So like recently.
yeah, recently found out, like, you say we've been working together for a year, pretty much? Okay, so she's known for a year
Okay.
that she's been adopted. Lived on a farm with her family, had mom, who went missing because curse, her brother and her dad.
So.
Um,
Lived on a farm with family.
yeah, lived on a farm with family, had a lot of animals, named them all after food, weirdly enough.
Okay. You said mother went missing.
Yeah, mom went missing.
Father and brother.
hmm I have names for all of them.
Well then I would. So even the missing mom.
Yeah, even the missing mom, like, everyone I've mentioned has names.
Okay.
The mom,
Yeah.
like, all last name Moore.
Okay.
The mom is Pearl.
Pearl. Okay.
The mom is Pearl. Dad is Clayton. And brother is Jamal.
Okay. The only one with the black sounding name.
Yeah, and
Oh.
and important people in her family, that also got affected by the curse, just being around Coraline. They would have to be around her for like a certain period of time for the curse to like take effect, more so.
So.
Um,
So Coraline's cursed, and everybody around her gets affected by it.
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking like certain time I saw that like in the lore that I was looking at with Persephone and like Demeter, she has to be like in the underworld for like a third of the year. I'm like, 3-month time period of like being around Coraline. Like you think everything's normal, and then boom, suddenly this person's gone or something happened.
How does that work out with us as a team we've been working with?
That's specifically why I asked if any of you are girls that are firstborn in your family, since you guys have been interacting with her for like a year.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what? Maybe it would only target women that are logos only.
Sleepers.
It would
That
target any
helps.
mythos.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It only
I'll do
attacks
that.
sleepers.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
It frees up everybody that's a rift from having to worry about it.
Naya,
Yeah.
what you like a side little fun inspiration is if since you're going with Persephone, you can have Pearl be Demeter,
Ooh.
and then that would be really fun, just as a fun like family dynamic to have like this overbearing mother be like, "You need to come back home out to the farm
How do
where you
get back here
belong."
now?
I mean,
The mom is missing.
I mean, the mom is missing and also not her real mom, so like who knows who her mom is, and maybe
Yeah,
So
she
her
is
so
real
who-
mom could be
Demeter,
Demeter.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her real mom could be Demeter, and it's just
Get
like
strange
well,
messages.
Okay. So
That'd be
what
fun.
does the curse do exactly?
So it either like it's like a big event for like the person who like gets it. It's either they go missing or they become like very sick, which is in reference to, like the world kind of dying off as Persephone's gone, and the missing part is like Persephone getting stolen. So either can happen. She has 3 family members that were affected. Her cousin,
Okay.
one of her
understand
cousins.
The curse is people go missing around. If I was putting
Yeah,
it-
people
Or
go
get
missing or
sick.
get sick.
Okay. The curse is that.
There's no specification of like what the sickness is. It's not really like the same every time. It really just depends.
So after a certain amount of time, sleepers will either go missing or get sick around you.
Yeah.
How much time? Like a few months?
I said 3 months.
3 months?
Like
Okay.
3 months.
Oof.
3 months
And-
is poetic.
How is her love life?
You know, here's the thing, her dad didn't want to believe it. Like, is one of the people is like, magic's not real, like this can't happen. But it's more so of the idea of like, you don't believe in ghosts, but you don't want to mess with the supernatural sort of situation. So every time he tried to put his kid into a school after 3 months, a couple of kids are gone. So after 3 schools of this happening, he's like, I'm just gonna homeschool her. This has nothing to do with anything, but I'm just gonna homeschool my kid. Like, all these schools are dangerous. That sort of mentality.
Okay, got it.
Because he doesn't know it's her fault.
Yeah, he doesn't know it's her fault or doesn't like want to believe the common denominator. It's more of like supernatural ain't real. These schools are dangerous. I'm gonna keep my kid at home.
How's the relationship with the family? Just overall.
Oh, very, very close with her immediate family. Like her dad and her brother, very close with them, but her extended family, not so much. They kind of don't really come around a lot or call a lot because, like I said before, 3 of her like female family members have like, one of them went missing. 2 of them are like sick or just became sick. So there's her cousin who's missing, her older sister that she had who's in a coma. I should have mentioned that.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I know why you hesitated earlier.
And she also has an older sister. Why did you?
Yeah. Dramatic effect. Okay.
What's
So
her sister's name?
Liana. Also, it's funny because like Coraline goes by Cora and then Liana goes by Leah. So
How do you spell Leon?
just little. Liana.
Okay. And she's also missing. How long ago did she go missing?
Oh no, she's not missing. Coma.
Oh, she's
She's in a coma.
Oh.
Yeah, she's one of the sick ones.
So how old is Leanne? Is she older sister, right?
Yeah, older sister. Not older by much, like 5 years maybe.
Okay. And how long has she been in a coma?
She's been in a coma. Oof. I mean, majority of her life. So since she was 5, pretty much since she was 5.
Okay,
15
so
plus
question
years.
for you then. Quick question for you here at this point. With Cora, when did the mythos awaken? Because that would determine when it would have taken effect.
That is true.
So
See,
you
that
could
I
make
don't-
it at
I don't
5,
know.
or-
I don't
You
know
could
when
make
it.
it more recent.
I feel like it would be way better if it was like she unlocked it like later in her life, like after she's like been at the house for a while.
Because that would affect.
I don't know
everything you
what
said
age.
About the kids at your school.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
right.
That is true. That is true.
You could have
Mm.
had it when you were young.
Yeah, you could have been born with it. Yeah, you could have been born with it. Either way, it works.
That-
I just
that was
wanted to
my
make sure
original
you didn't
idea.
think of it. Yeah, then
Yeah.
go with that.
Okay, I'll keep it.
What's
This
your
is cool.
What's your end?
Yeah,
goals
fucking kids.
for- What's your end goals for her, like overall? What do you want to see her achieve or go through, or work on, all that good stuff?
Knowing what she does know now, at first she thought she was like just in the middle of unfortunate incidents all her life, like didn't really think it was because of her. But now it's like, I want to break this curse, and maybe that'll like help with everything. Maybe not my family will come back. Maybe I'll find out like if anything happened to them. Like she doesn't think they'll be back. She doesn't have that like hope, but it's more of like I just want the truth. I just want to know because like no one has been telling me anything. Her father kept this whole situation from her. Didn't even tell her like that she tried going to school and then all this happened. Everything was kept from her until the benefactor came in.
Yeah. So you want to know, like, you want the truth, how it started, why you like stuff like that. Answers.
Yeah, like want the truth, how it started, like
Okay.
just to have some closure, pretty much.
And so why did the benefactor choose you? What can you do to help him?
The benefactor, I feel, chose her. Them. The benefactor, them.
Them, yeah.
I was referring to like she is like Cora, but Coraline, yeah. So I'm guessing like old news articles like came up or something, or like a lot of like unfortunate events or were related to like the town or like the district she was in. And I guess the benefactor like just gathering up magic people. Like, you know what? Why is this happening?
Well,
Like, kind of goes to her.
that's how we found you.
Well, what does she provide to benefit?
Yeah, what can you provide to the
Why?
group that's helpful?
What can I provide to the group?
Magic powers do what for Andrew?
Andrew's the benefactor.
Guys are all gonna be
I mean,
traumatizing.
y'all need groceries. Y'all need groceries, don't you? Free pantry.
When you
Human
know our
pantry.
jobs, how do you help out?
Yeah.
So like the plant aspect, you know, like the communications with like animals and plants.
Yeah, like just knowledge of like flora and fauna, but like the other benefit is it's like I just find it funny that like she just may be the team cook when you guys are at home. That's,
Well, okay,
that's
no,
all I
that's
can
not what
do.
she stopped. She's still trying to get to what do you do on the job. Like I like the
Yeah.
name answer,
What's your
but
role on the
so like whenever you're talking to the plants and animals, is it just knowledge of them? That would kind of come with being the farmer. But what does the mythos provide you? What can you use during a job that would help everybody out and yourself, obviously?
Right. I don't imagine.
And myself,
We're
yeah.
in the city, so I don't know how many jobs will have animals and plants.
That is
Well, I mean, there's always rats, there's always pigeons, there's always
Right.
trees, grass, flowers. Like,
Weeds.
every one of those things still shows up even in a city. So
Mhm.
I would honestly say the negotiator, because, you know, Persephone was with Hades for a bit. There's a lot of stories saying that, like, either they were in love or not. I'm kind of leaning towards, like, the love part of being, like, able to communicate with bad people, I guess.
I know you
It's
mentioned
complicated.
it before, but like her being Persephone is associated with spring, and so just her being the like cheerleader, you know, the motivational ally, the you know like
Oh, the
I'm
one that
here
just
to-
brings morale or something.
yeah,
morale.
I'm here to boost you. Like I'm here to be the spring, like the fresh slate, which could be relevant to like Andrew's case, which is like Cora could be like, no, we're doing a refresh.
Can't
Where
relate
like
everything
it's
back to Andrew's character.
I know
Don't.
this.
Like,
but
It's going
okay,
through
so
so
how,
much.
how about this? How about this as a question? What theme book were you thinking about for your power tags for the mythos?
For the mythos.
Did you have a theme book in mind?
Um,
For Persephone, like the first thing that she would grant you.
adaptation is what I had.
Okay, that's a good one. And so,
Yeah.
like, if you could commune with nature, or can you control it also, or is it just communing?
Yes, the controlling part for sure. Controlling
Okay,
nature.
so and nature is animals, plants of all kinds. Like, anything that has to do with flora and fauna is basically your realm of control.
Right. And
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, even on the
So
front
that's a great one to have.
Yeah, it says elemental manipulation. Can you kind of do that? Does that make sense for like, Persephone?
I mean, it's like if elemental manipulation, like controlling like earth and like what comes from it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would just say like flora and fauna control. That's basically the same thing. Elemental would be like a fire, wind, shit like that. But yeah. So yeah, at least, but now you have like an idea of, or was she getting to like what you provide in terms of the mythos portion of it?
Right.
I like the team. I like the team cheerleader and the cook though as a personality trait. That would be great to have.
Yeah, as a personality trait, like team morale and the cook
Okay.
Hell
is
yeah.
best described.
So, what would be like? What's the final answer of why the benefactor chose you? What does she? What would we say is like the? This is the her purpose on the team because she provides.
In terms of jobs, not at the base.
Yeah.
Like when we go out
Okay.
to do jobs.
At the base of her character, not job related.
No.
Or is okay? I keep getting confused.
She is the
Um,
link of
mm. I don't know what like word I would put for that.
Can control the earth. Is that what you can do? I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Flora and fauna, so plants and
Yeah,
animals.
like plants, animals, control flora, fauna.
Botany.
Okay. So, like, you can manipulate, kind of like poison ivy? So,
Yeah, kind of like poison
Yeah.
ivy. Yeah.
okay, that's good. What would you say your personality is like?
I'm sorry, cut out what?
Your personality.
Very sweet, very even though this is more like closely related to Demeter, I feel like she's more like caring and like maternal in her actions. Like she never expressed like wanting to be a parent, but it's like she has that energy,
mom.
maternal energy. Yeah, team mom. Team mom.
Team mom. Sounds like, I mean, as soon as I heard cook and like cheerleader, I was like, oh, she's the team mom.
Yeah.
You know what? She's like that fun mom energy that real estaters have.
Do real estaters have that?
Some of them have.
Yeah. Have you ever met a real estate agent? They always have that fun mom energy.
Not the ones I've met. They look
Yeah.
like they don't want to be there.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me.
No, there's a lot in California.
Uh-uh.
What would you say her secret pain is? What's her secret struggle? Other than being cursed. Because like we see this teen mom. She's a cheerleader. She's sweet, caring, but like underneath it all, she struggles with this.
She struggles with making new relationships pretty much. That's why she's kind of excited to live with everybody if we're doing this like all under one roof thing, because yeah, she's in college, doesn't mean she has that many friends.
That's true, because you can't really have that many sleeper friends.
Yeah. And she can't really tell who's a sleeper or not, can she? I don't know.
So it's a little weird in the City of Mist, but most of the time it's like rifts can see who other rifts are unless the rift you're looking at has a special ability to cloak it.
Okay. So maybe like she saw like a majority of like sleepers like can't really like roll the dice with that.
Yeah. That works. I like the idea of like being afraid of getting close to people because you don't know if they're gonna disappear on you or not.
Yeah.
Or get sick. That's
Has mostly online classes. Tries to only take online classes if she can.
That's so sad.
Yeah. But she's positive. she's
I know, that's why it's
looking
so
on the
sad.
bright side. She's looking on the bright side of
made-
things.
You made Bubbles as a character, and then you said, "Now let's hurt her."
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Let's take a quick 10-minute break and then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Sonny, you want to go first, or you'll be?
Yeah. Who wants to go?
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
Rock, paper,
Rock,
scissors.
paper, scissors, shoot.
Right.
You know, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing. Sonny goes.
I'll go. Good. All right.
Yeah.
So Drake and I kind of had this idea like a couple of weeks ago, last week. I specifically dropped the gif about a card shark, like a card thief, not necessarily a card shark, but she's a thief, and her specialty is being the distraction, aka the show. So she is the card show, is what I called her.
Okay. What's her name?
Lucia.
Lucia?
Yep.
Lucia?
Yep.
Okay. How old is she?
She's 26.
26. Okay. And her mythos is.
Her mythos is well, we went Roman this time. So it is the 6th circle of hell from
Fourth.
Dante's Inferno. 4th. You're 6.
Oh, wait.
No,
Is it fourth
just
or sixth?
I'm fourth.
Fourth.
She's the fourth circle of hell.
Oh,
Agreed.
Yes.
Wait.
Dante's Inferno.
Okay, I'm just gonna write Dante's Inferno.
Well, and then
Why?
write the number 4 next to it, because
4? Okay.
Yeah.
4th circle, right?
Yep.
Okay. In the logos? Oh wait, is the card? Yeah. What's like the one phrase?
so the like her logos. So by day she's a socialite, like this high society socialite, and then by night she's this card thief who does big heists, big what do you call them? Big steals.
What's a card thief? They steal cards?
Card thieves are somebody that focus your attention by using cards. So
Like 3-card money.
She uses the spotlight. She likes to, like, her main focus is keeping the spotlight on herself.
So she's
And
distracted.
yes, she's the distraction. And then with Drake, what we did was we kind of went off the duality of Lucia being the distraction and then him being the thief. Spoiler.
Gotcha. Okay. What? Tell me more about her background. She grew up.
Well, Drake and I kind of shared a backstory.
Tell me your half.
My half is Lucia grew up from a very wealthy family.
Okay.
She has an older brother, and her mentality is that she just gets bored a lot. And what had happened was her brother was also bored, but he had a nick for thieving, and he would start to take Lucia on these, thieving sprees and say, hey, be the distraction for me while I go steal some money from the register or something like that. And she was basically this, I'm gonna start growing and exploring and to grow my distractions, grow my explorations. And then because she grew up in a wealthy family, she became this socialite because she always wants eyes on her to let everybody else do what they need to do.
Okay. Gotcha. And this all just came from
Yeah, this is all. There's no trauma involved whatsoever, unlike Cassia.
Or people are just bored.
She's just like, she's bored and she wants to have fun and she wants to. Her brother led her down this path of like, hey, like, what if we build your confidence up and you just become the show?
Okay.
And so she becomes the shuffle. She becomes, keep your eyes on me, keep your eyes on my hands, and then your wallet's gone.
Okay. And now you and your brother are kind of this duo.
Yeah, unfortunately, guess who the brother is?
Andrew?
Yes, I wish it was Ant.
Oh.
Can I know about what's her goals for this new series? What do you want to see her do and achieve by the end of it?
So her mythos is the circle of greed, the 4th circle of greed. So she's really kind of just pushing until she burns. Ironically, she is going to keep going on these adventures as they get grander and grander and stealing more and more until she's like, when will it satisfy me? Like, when will doing enough of these benefactors' jobs, like, when can I settle down? Is Lucia's thoughts.
Is that the goal? Is to settle down?
Yes, I would say, like, eventually she would want to not be as greedy. I think her main vice is greed. So I think she wants to lose that. She just wants to do it for the fun of the game and not have this, like, voice in the back of her head that's like, what if you do it more?
Okay, got it. What does settling down look like to her, though? What does that mean?
Settling down into society. Like, I'd like to think of her as this really, like, not dressed like me every day and a very casual outfit. I think she's like glamorous every single day, so it's being integrated into high class society.
But like as a healthy part of society, not a thing.
Yes, like a healthy part of society, and this, no one knows that she's a thief by night. Like, no one is, this is her, like, by day. Everybody knows this Lucia as this, like, very gorgeous woman who is just like eyes on her.
Yeah.
But there's this aspect of like, I'm gonna steal and I'm gonna be a part of it.
Now, are you
everybody's getting, but she's more lawful good in the sense of where it's like, I'm not gonna steal from somebody who's like, this is their last meal.
Okay, just was wondering about that.
Yeah, she's not her. She's an equal opportunity thief, but and she's also kind of in her prime because she's like a socialite.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make her an influencer, but she's a socialite. You know, she's like,
a little bit, but okay.
she's the Paris Hilton of her time. Okay.
Oh, that's hot.
I'm stealing
Nepotism,
my best life.
baby.
Hilton, she started it all. You're saying, oh my god, she's so.
That's hot.
That's just she's just
so
you
powerful.
know,
She thinks she started it all. She sounds like JoJo.
yeah, that in Century City. you
Oh
got
my
Lucia.
god.
JoJo C was like, I want to be
Sorry.
like, I'm gonna start off like gay pop, gay icon
Yeah.
for music. We're like, what?
Karma's a bitch.
I should have known better. I can't get it up.
Better.
So bad.
It's so bad.
She's like,
The dance.
Screw Freddie Mercury. JoJo.
Have
You know
anybody
Miley
heard like the covers that came out from this? Like covers that are 10 times better than the actual song.
She's the
Oh my
Miley
God.
Cyrus of our generation, guys. Like,
Oh
Which is
my god.
so weird to say.
No. Don't do Miley like that.
Word to Miley.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Moving
anyway,
on.
But I need to know, she doesn't steal from the poor, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she will if it's like a desperate call situation. If it's like the poor person has a massive weapon of destruction.
Okay. Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're not stealing from people
Yeah,
who have
yes.
$10 left in their bank account. Okay.
Yes.
Turn people into marketable plushies you say are going to charity, but they're really going to you.
This is Dave from Home Depot.
We got it. Well, now, how big have these jobs been so far? I mean, I'm guessing you started small with, pickpocketing. Are you getting like corporate people and like really? hitting
Yeah.
it hard? Have you gotten
There-
there yet, or are
there's-
you going there?
I like to think that like Drake and I were like at the point where it's not been a ton of big heists, but there's like one or two of them that they're like no one knows that they're associated with that, but they have successfully done it, like stealing a sapphire necklace from a museum or something that's worth like millions of dollars.
Okay. Is that the ultimate one, or do you still have like this is the big job?
There's more. There's way more.
Still more?
not it.
Lucia,
Yeah.
this is the difference between Lucia and Drake's character is like Lucia's along for the ride. Drake's character is always after the next objective.
And
like,
you're
Lucia
more
is-
chill about it. Like, can you just let it go if you want to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Lucia is like, hey, I just want to talk and cause some problems here, or like show some cards, flip a coin, make some things disappear. And then Drake's character is always like, yeah, but like, what if we get the plans to this building and then create a nuclear bomb? And Lucia's like, maybe not.
Would you say your brother
okay.
is more addicted to it, and you're just having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I have an idea of why the benefactor chose you, but what would you say?
She's the distraction,
And she's good at it.
and
yeah.
she's got the deck of cards ready. I've learned card tricks for this. Like,
Oh, no.
I put myself
Ooh.
in the lure.
Can we see one?
No, because I gotta keep it for in game
Okay,
for when
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
ready
yeah.
for it.
Oh.
Can't show all the goods
Darn.
yet.
Can't show all the goods yet. I got a coin too. I know how to make coins disappear. I'm ready.
Do you have a last name?
Kensington.
The whitest.
Well,
Like,
yeah, they're the
white.
yeah, that's literally
Yeah.
what they are.
Yeah.
They're like, you were like, hey, let's keep it fun vibes. I was like, rich, bored, white people.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's thievery or just like underground fighting rings where you just have poor people
Yeah,
fighting
pretty
each
much.
other.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, honey, you're
Bump
poor.
fights.
Oh,
Bump
hey,
fights.
Paul, get in the ring.
Oh, honey, you're poor. I can help you with that.
Come see me later.
300 monies. Go punch that guy in the face.
So
But
tell me more
Lucia
about
has
your-
a
Tell me more about your family.
oh God, Drake. Did we name our parents?
No, we did.
Do you have parents?
No, we didn't. We do have parents.
Okay.
Drake's character was unfortunately kicked out of the house very early on. Not super early on. I wonder why.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna
And
skip your story now.
Yeah.
Lucia and her parents kind of just. Lucia's closest to her brother out of everybody. I think they're the duo, and her parents to her are just kind of there. They were never super helpful for her. They sent her to like boarding school, a private school. They just used her as a porcelain doll in society of like, hey, honey, get good grades and we're going to bring you to the fancy dinners and you're going to talk about how great you are. And Lucia's like, okay, but like, what are you going to do for me? And they're like, we'll see you next week. And so when the sibling eventually moved out, she aspired to move out as well. But she will humor her parents about like once a month and go see them.
Okay. So parents are just their names for the mom and dad? Fancy. Come on.
Super
fancy.
fancy. Catherine and
I mean, does it roll off the tongue though? Catherine Kensington?
Catherine Kensington? Yes.
Catherine.
It rolls off the
Catherine
tongue. How does it
Kensington.
not roll off the tongue?
I was gonna say Ilara.
Catherine
Catherine
Kensington. With a
Kensington.
K,
That sounds
right?
too much like a fucking elf. I'm
Yeah.
not having an elf for a mom.
Catherine. You just need one more K in there.
Yeah, and then what's a guy's name that's?
You don't want this.
Oh God, Andrew, how could you? And the father's name is going to
Nathan.
be Nathan.
Okay.
Yes,
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Why, Nathaniel, yeah. Now, why are they so rich? Where do they get their money from?
Hang on. Kill these people.
We talked about this once.
Yeah. So
It
when
was-
it comes
I
to
think
the family, yeah.
The mom was old money, and I think the dad was a banker. The dad was
Yeah.
an owner of a huge bank in Century City.
Okay. Oh, we have a bank.
Basically like the bank that went, that's
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
we were going
that
with.
bank.
Oh,
We wanted to
okay.
use that. He's the one that started that bank. So they're not just like rich, they're like rich.
Oh, that is the fancy bank where all the politicians go.
Yeah,
Oh, you chose
yeah.
that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Your dad's like, there's this one time this like slut
This
came to
woman.
the bank and-
Yeah, exactly. Dead ass
He
though.
had a fat ass though.
Had a fat ass at the
Oh,
dinner
geez.
table.
Your mother just drinking wine, used to it. Nathaniel, please.
How dare
Please
you?
control yourself. Yeah, so they're not like necessarily like mean to Lucia. I think the brother is a different story, but for Lucia, they see her as the prize, the porcelain doll, like the one to take out to dinners, to be like, look at my daughter, look how beautiful she is. She's dressed up. Like,
Okay.
yes,
Plot
yes.
grounds.
Marry her. Marry her.
No. And then meanwhile,
Will you take my daughter's hand?
Lucia
Doesn't matter what
is
she
like
says.
is stealing like Picasso at night. She's like doing card shuffles and is like, "Hey, you want to see a card trick? Oh, well, your Picasso's gone. Unfortunate."
Now, since you guys grew up with money, are you guys going to play that privileged side? That kind of like, oh, rich people don't think like the rest of us.
That's the thing for her.
Yeah.
Yes, for me, no. Like there's a level of it, but I'll explain it when it comes to
Okay,
me.
okay.
So.
Gotcha.
Yes,
So-
for Lucia is very much this. She's not necessarily looking down on others as her mentality, but she's very confused.
There-
Like if somebody were to, like the naivety of, what is Gruber? I've never like I've had a driver this entire
Yeah.
like you're gonna take me to a diner, like I have to pay less than $20 for this food, like
Like what's Walmart?
that's
Like Paris Hilton actually said
Yeah.
that one time. She said,
Yeah.
"What is Walmart?"
yeah. So like her mindset is like I would say she's richer than Paris Hilton, but that socialite mindset.
What do you mean off-brand? There's no such thing as off-brand.
So you only know you've only know the finest of life. So even when you're living in the towers by the what's his name, the
Yeah.
benefactor, you're like, oh, I'm used to this. Because the benefactor.
Yeah, if anything, she's probably complaining about the closet or something. Of like,
Yeah. It'd be one of those things where
Guys,
eventually it's gonna be sprucing it up and like, oh, this is what they have as living. I guess that'll do. We can fix it
Like,
up.
there's gonna be like construction noises on her floor.
There's like there's rich people who are like are well-meaning, but they just lived in that bubble their whole lives. They literally have no idea what it's like to not live this life.
Yeah.
And so they're not
It's
evil, they just don't know. So it's interesting.
Yeah, for Lucia, it's not ever like malintention when looking at people from different classes. But I do think one of her pros is that she does know, since she lived in that bubble for so long, she knows how to play that game really well. She knows how to lean into it. Like, one of her cards that I made was this is like Bright Flash. You know, she's been the actually I was gonna use turf and I was gonna do high scene socialite of like she knows who's who, she has a display of wealth, she's front and center.
Okay.
That's
I was gonna say she's
It's
the
her.
mom of the group, but we already have the benefactor. So.
yeah, we already have the benefactor, but she's just the she's the fun
show.
one. She's the show.
What would you say?
She's the
her
pizzazz.
For her, she's very, when she steps out of her apartment, she's very on. Like, I like to think of it as like a carnival show. She is putting on the face of the show. She is putting on this mask when she steps outside. You are not going to see her like, she's going to be dazzling, charming, like this absolute, bright light and joy. And then when she's behind closed doors, she's in sweats and reading and just being a nerd.
Aww. I want us to be friends.
I would say because like the nice character is also like nice, sweet, but I think hers might feel more genuine, and yours is like
Hers is definitely more. Yeah, hers is very much like I'm turning it on for like a show, and then when I'm getting home, I'm laying on the couch and like she's really intelligent. She's gonna be. I made her a history buff just for the fun of it. So she's just a history buff. She's gonna sit there and like talk about the Battle of Waterloo or something like that, and you're like, what? You literally were just complimenting her on her Dior shoes from 2022, like.
So here's the thing. I think that like she's a history buff. People might underestimate her and think she's like some rich bimbo. But at the same time,
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
there are those
That's the point of the show.
You still have those comments that are, oh, she's clearly rich.
Yeah,
So,
it.
oh, she grew up with money.
That's the point of her being the distraction, is she has these elements of being like, people want to look at her, like people want to just get to know her, but to get to know the rich side, they're not as interested in the like closed door personality. They're like, what car do you drive? Like, what are you doing here? What's the rest of your week look like? Who do you use for your...
Navigate in that world, though.
And yes, I like wanted to make the tags. She knows how to navigate that scene. She knows how to bring attention to herself. So if the crew ever gets into a dangerous situation, she's always like, oh, honey, are you poor?
Okay. You can't just go around asking people for support. What is her secret pain? What's something that she kind of deals with internally?
Overwhelming guilt.
For
Or not guilt. Greed. She feels a lot of greed. Her secret pain is she wants, I'm not gonna say a Sharpay Evans situation here. She wants it all and more.
How am I not supposed to think of Sharpay?
Yeah, she wants it all.
How am I not supposed
She
to
wants
say
it all.
Okay.
I want it. I want it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. My wall is full of musicals. Don't.
Oh, I love High School Musical too. So I want it. So yes, she wants it. She wants it all, and she wants more. And her secret pain is when is this gonna stop? When I want more attention. I want more thrills. I want more heists.
Do you know why she wants all this tension? Because maybe her parents didn't give her. Listen,
Hey, listen, I gave you trauma free. She doesn't know that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll dive deeper into that. What?
She's gonna have to go into a therapy session and be like, oh my god.
Wait. No, I'm rich. I'm fabulous. What are you talking about?
Yes, but she's also highly intelligent. So she's gonna be like, but I'm smart. But I mean, I guess.
I'm smart. I can't be greedy. I can't.
I can't be in therapy. I'm smart.
I'm smart.
I can't be smart. I'm smart and I'm rich. Why am I here?
I'm smart enough.
Andrew,
I
Andrew,
love her already.
can I be the
I
problem
love her
again?
so much.
No.
Oh my god.
Okay.
If anybody hates this character idea, please let me know, and I can also go back to the blackboard.
I like it.
I
as
love
long
it.
As you're true to her, and like, I think it's good. I'm excited to see the duality of someone who grew up rich, super privileged, and is now thieving, super smart, but it's just like this greedy monster, kind of like Pac-Man. Just as
Yeah,
much as he can.
yeah. She's just like, what? I already have it all. No, you
It must
don't.
be
No, you
represented in
don't.
Your weakness tags, the greed.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes. There's a desire for more and attention seeking represented in her weaknesses because
Okay.
she just wants
Sometimes
it all.
You get attention when you shouldn't get it.
When you don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
when she doesn't want to be the bait.
Okay, sounds good. Last but not least, Drake.
What up,
Go
what
with
up?
Your character's name. We'll start with his name. Yeah.
Alastor.
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 Oh, okay. Kensington, right? Kensington.
Yep.
Stor. Okay, you're spelling it that way.
Yep.
Alastor.
I refuse to birth. Yeah.
Alastor.
Yeah.
How old is he?
28.
Okay.
2 years older than Lucia.
What's his social security number? Okay.
111 111 111 111.
Oh. What's his? So he's also Dante's Inferno, right?
Yes, different circle though.
Which?
I'm just gonna send it to you so I don't have to try and spell this out.
Okay. Is it the sixth one? Because you guys were going back. And
No.
forth with that number.
No. She was getting it correct.
Ah.
Yeah, I was getting him
Yeah.
confused. He's deeper down though. He's way lost in
Yeah.
the sauce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in Dante's Inferno, the 8th circle is the Malbolge, which is basically a circle that's dissected into 10 more. And then the Realm of Thieves is the 7th one inside that. So I'm going to call it the 7th Malbolge, is basically what it's called.
Seventh.
That'll be-
Okay. Did you say it?
Yeah. And I put it in the chat. Yeah.
Where?
Malbolge.
MAL.
Mhm. But that basically, the 7th circle inside of that is specifically where thieves go. Like it's like thieves and fraud is where it's all there is supposed to be. Anything that you're pulling one over on people is where that circle is represented.
Okay. And what
It's
would you
not
say-
just the desire for stuff. It's the actually taking.
Okay. What would you say
Mhm.
his logos is?
So by day, I have him. He started off as a pickpocket, but he's basically just a thief. That's his logos. He's a master thief.
Master Thief. Okay. Simple. I like it. And now a little bit more about your background growing up from your point of view.
All right. So with Alastor, he was born into the lap of luxury, just like Lucia was, obviously.
Yeah.
But because their father owned the bank and then their mother was like the daughter of a foreign oligarch, they kind of joined together to become a power couple. And then that, with like injections of money from them, connections to mobs and everything else like that, they basically made the bank much more profitable than it would be normally. And that's why they can cater to such a large private clientele. But in doing so, their rich parents, they weren't paying a bunch of attention to Alastor or to Lucia. So the maid that lived with them basically became their mom, their actual mom, which is the person that Alastor considers his mom, was her, the maid. So she was there. She was kind of like the linchpin in it, and where she would temper the rich side of them. She made it so that they wouldn't become these evil, pompous, rich persona type people. She gave them a more kind of down to earth bit to hold on to give them some kind of humanity to hold on to, not just being rich as a personality trait.
What's her name?
Do we come up with a name for her? I feel like we did. I'm trying to figure it out. I have it written down here.
Bonnie.
Bonnie. Yeah.
So I'm guessing she was there for years then.
Yeah. She's basically been like the maid and the caretaker for the family. So she would clean, but she'd also do the cooking for Alastor and Lucia because their parents were high society dinners, always out and about. Oh, we're gonna vacay over here and yada yada yada. So Alastor and Lucia were kind of left to fend for themselves for a while. But Alastor's relationship with the mother and father is not anywhere near good. So whenever he was 16, he got kicked out of the house because he refused to conform to the societal pressures that they wanted to throw on him. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be a banker. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. And because their dad is such an overbearing prick about it, like Alice just like, you know what? No, fuck this. I'm gone. So he left while being exiled at the same time. Like Alice just said, I'm just going to leave. And the dad said, no, I'm going to exile you because he has to have that last word. It's always the last word. And it's always just to like dig into Alastor to hurt him. And the mother just doesn't step up to help at all. She just kind of like sits back and passively allows those things to happen.
Would you say he was cut off?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely was. Alastor of the two is not rich. He doesn't have access to the family funds.
Okay. Cut off from the family. And the family funds. And the mother didn't do anything.
No, not at all.
Mother is
She basically defaulted to the dad's decisions whenever it came to Alastor. So
yeah, doing nothing is also bad. So I was kind of
Hmm.
didn't do anything to help or defend.
Correct.
Alastor. Okay. And then where did he go after that?
he went directly to the city. So the way that I have it set up for Alastor is whenever he started thieving, he was 6 years old. You know, it started off with just little things whenever they would go to these dinner parties. But okay, can I steal this from this person? Whether it wasn't meant to hurt anybody. It was just, hey, they don't notice this is missing. Can I do this while it's closer? So he got eventually a point where he started involving Lucia. Hey, distract the guy at the clerk. Like, we're rich. We could buy anything in this store, but distract him because we want to get something out of it. And then the way Alastor did it, he never stole specifically to make himself better off. He did it because he wanted to feed that addiction. He wanted to be able to pull one over on people. So the challenge of the theft is his reward most of the time. And then any of the money he spent or got, he always used on Lucia, never for himself. It was always a reward for her. And that's because he wanted to build her up, have her be the show, but also have her as like, you deserve to have these nice things. You deserve to have this from what we're pulling off. He's already got what he wanted out of it, which was pulling it off. You get to have the benefits of it.
Okay.
That was his main goal for that.
Kind of like a game for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about that.
He has a desire to, like, they're both very intelligent. Obviously, they have that wealthy elite background and like the
Education.
the schooling, the higher education schooling and all like that. But I feel like with Alastor, it's very specifically like he has the mentality he needs to prove that he's smarter. So he has that drive every time that he goes into an area. Like, okay, I could take this, I could take that. How would I do this? How would this function? How would I be able to get into that? What's the game plan everywhere I go?
Okay, so he's like very calculated and like.
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Okay. And all. What's his? What would you say his end goal is for like this entire series? What would you like to see him do, overcome?
So Alastor's whole thing is always is like kind of like similar to what Lucia does, where it's always reaching for something new to do it. But Alastor has specific goals with specific items. So there's like a watch, there's a specific painting he wants, there's a specific set of jewelry he wants. Those are like his magnum opus heists that he wants to pull off. And once he gets opened up to the magical realm, that's an entirely different thing. So it's probably at that point his is to overcome somebody that is either better than him, is very specifically somebody that's better than him, but also to secure himself as like the lead, like the top cream of the crop in terms of thieving. Like he wants to have that
Okay.
Yeah, he wants to have that kind of reputation in the underworld of people that they deal with. Like, if you want a job done right, you come to me.
And as of right now, it's not him. And I think he knows that.
Mhm. Yeah,
Does he
and
know
like
the
we've
best?
had one or two good. No, he doesn't. He just knows that like there are other thieves out there, and they've had one or two. Like him and Lucia have one or two jobs that are pretty high profile in terms of what they've stolen, but they're not like the hardest of the hardest jobs. It's like, oh yeah, that's been stolen, but that wasn't like, oh well, it was in Fort Knox. Anybody could have got that.
Yeah.
It's just something that's like rubbing at him. He's always like, I need to do better. I need more. So it's always conniving, always planning, always cunning and calculating.
Oh, that one's gonna be a fun one.
Mhm.
And
But he's a very accomplished pickpocket. He's a very accomplished schemer. Very good at social engineering in terms of like, okay, like Lucia can talk and she can dazzle and she can draw in the attention, which is where he would shine because he would basically be on the outskirts. He funnels people towards her
yeah.
because of how good she is at holding that attention. But if need be, he can talk himself out of situations or into them on the off chance she can't hold everybody's attention. You know, people on the outskirts, he's not helpless, but
So,
her area of expertise is very much drawing them in.
why did the benefactor choose you? I'm sure he
I want to
chose
say specifically for, yeah, I think Lucia might have been chosen first, and then at some point Alastor would have been seen him as a mark. Like the benefactor, I'm assuming the benefactor would have made himself a mark. Alastor stole from him. Benefactor didn't realize he got stolen from until later on, but he knew who it was because that's who he was trying to involve in general. Like he was trying to go after Alastor, but he just didn't realize when it got done. He's like, a thief that capable is somebody I want on my side. If you can take it from me when I know you're supposed to be doing it and I still don't know, I need that on my team.
Okay. Okay. It reminds me of like Batman.
Yeah, kind of. He's less.
To take that item.
Mhm.
Like test him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And Alastor doesn't steal to hurt people necessarily. He steals because it's almost like a compulsion, almost like an addiction. He has that very, very powerful drive to want to do it. He's always got sticky fingers. He's always kind of fidgety whenever he doesn't have something to keep his interest going. So he's kind of, he'll walk by people, he'll still watch his ties, he'll take wallets, and then he won't take them and keep them. He'll just take them to know that he has it, and then he'll find a way to put them back. Like the challenge is always just constantly doing something.
Okay.
Unless it's somebody that ticks him off, then it's like, okay, no, now you deserve to have your stuff stolen. So, you know, your shoelaces, you don't need those.
Okay. What's
Mhm.
his personality like?
He's cunning. He's very calculated. He's fidgety whenever he doesn't have his attention being drawn to something. Whenever he doesn't have a job to do, he's kind of restless. He's always thinking about something, but he's also calm. But I want to say he's decently charming as well. Like he knows how to talk to people. He knows how to grease the wheels. He knows how to move through the underground society as well. So he has that rougher streak. And where Lucia stayed in the high society side, Alastor fell from high society down to the lower parts before he built himself back up. So he knows that struggle at the bottom as well as how high the loft is. So he's got that. I'd say he's more grounded. But yeah.
Okay. And what's his secret pain?
He's the desire to steal is all. No, he's not perfect. The desire to steal is always there for him, but I think he knows that. I feel like to Alastor, he feels like he can't do it without Lucia. So, and that's just kind of like that secret pain for him is like he needs her to be able to pull off some of the better stuff. And it doesn't hurt him that she's necessary to the component. It hurts him that he's not enough in his own mind.
Okay.
Mhm. Like he loves having Lucia with him, but he also wants the idea that like he still feels like he needs her all the time. Like he can't do it without her.
So
Like he can do the smaller jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can do the smaller jobs. He can steal from like smaller people and all that other stuff. But for him, when it comes to being able to pull off those grand heists, he doesn't always want to involve Lucia, not because of her lack of competency, but because if anybody gets caught, he doesn't want it to be her. He'd rather it be him. Because if anybody can get him out of jail, it's Lucia, which is also she can help me in every one of these instances. So he feels kind of like she gives more than he gives her. I feel like would be his biggest pain.
Is there a part of him that thinks like it's also just cool if I can do this alone to be known as the person who did this?
Yeah.
Also, like, by
Yeah.
themselves?
Yeah, because it's one of those things in the underground areas too. It's like, oh yeah, I'm Master Steve's like, yeah, but you can't do it without XYZ. You can't do it without your sister's help. It's like, the fuck I can't.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll definitely be an ego thing. He's not without ego. He has that there. He has that desire to prove himself and to prove he's superior.
Okay. So, yeah, sounds good. So we got everybody. If everybody can, if everybody's in Foundry, Foundry will be open all week. So, until Friday, and then fill out the character sheet whenever you have some free time. But let's do some quickly. We'll do some. What is the question? The relationships, crew relationships. Yeah.
Okay.
I also forgot to say that I think is going to be super fun for the crew is that Lucia, since she's the card thief, all of her cards are special cards, and they're trick cards.
Yeah.
So
It's like, and I have Alastor as being like, I feel like with Naya's character going to college, Alastor does go to college as well, but not for any reason, and he doesn't pay for any of the classes. He just audits them. But he's got a really massive interest in art history because he's starting to forge art and paintings.
Okay.
That is so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, he's going because they both like learning. Obviously, like they're smart. They need to have their minds engaged. But I have Alastor as a decently accomplished engineer in terms of that. So he's a talented painter and artist. So like I think architectural design is where he shines the most. Very precise, very sharp angles. But he's learning there are techniques outside of that could be useful in the heist world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How old did you say he was?
28.
28. Okay.
He's been out of the house since he was 16. He's been stealing since he was 6.
Okay. I only have one card that I know for sure, so I'll just read from Esoterica. But does everybody have their theme cards already chosen?
Oh. Do you want to use the Mythos theme cards?
Yeah, I'm using Mythos because that's the only one I have like ready. Well, it's the only one that I know I'm gonna choose. It's not even filled out yet.
I know what mine's gonna be. So.
Okay. So.
You go to the page.
Let's start with you, Andrew. In your Mythos card, there's a crew relationships, like on the second page.
How do I flip it?
No, not in Foundry, but on the player's guide.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I picked expression. Crew relationships.
Shania.
Shania? Shania?
Mm-hmm.
Shania Twain.
Okay.
It's hyphenated.
The second question. So I took expression as my mythos. And the second question says, you feel like one of the other crew members wants to hold you back and refrain me from expressing my mythos. Ask them what is their reason and take a hurt point on them.
So who would want to refrain you from using mythos? Who would want to stop you from channeling your medium or channeling your ghost or talking to them?
Okay, maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe we should take the first one then. One of you have witnessed me expressing my mythos at full power. Ask them what they thought about it. If it scared them, take a hurt point. If they appreciated it, take a help point on them. So
I think that's a Maia character.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why you switched to the first one?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I appreciated it. Okay, you can only take a help point on me.
cool.
And then once it's fully filled out, you can export data and then okay. One of them wants me to express your mythos at full power. Oh, okay. She thought it was really cool and wanted to do more of it. It's really awesome. So,
That would be more for her.
she thought about it. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, but this
Finally
is
embracing himself. She's like, oh, he's learning to love himself. Probably.
okay. I'll take a help.
What? Mythos at full power.
No,
So you're probably. What were you doing?
I think you need to create a character for it. I can take help from you.
We could just write it down and then put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make a note and then
Because
put
I'm
a.
a GM, I don't think you can take a help point on the character that
Ah.
I make. So.
Just make a note on your character sheet, like in like a stag, the tags or status area.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Like
wait,
under
wait.
clues.
There it is. So it says help Maya right now, but it will change to my character's name when I have it.
Okay. I do.
Okay.
I do
Margaret
indeed.
Blumenthal.
Can you stop?
Nope.
It's gonna
I'm giving you all these crappy ones, so it'll make a next one come out of you.
Genius
Make it
Slim.
good. Okay, there you
Ooh, smoking cigs.
go.
Okay, and for Naya.
For which one?
What's your Mythos card?
Oh, my Mythos card is adaptation. For these, I actually, like, while writing them, I actually got, like, some of the letters I picked mixed up, so I technically have done... I don't know which ones to pick specifically, but I wrote down 5 things, so I don't know which one to pick now, because I like all of them.
Well, you're doing the crew relationships.
Yeah, that one. Crap. This is for crew relationships.
Did you say adaptation?
Yeah. It's on page 84 at the bottom.
Yeah, this is why I wish I had the book, because, like, I would be on the right page, but I have to skip.
I like these questions. They're kind of simple, though. I think with the with this thing that I got, these backstory cards, the questions are a bit more fleshed out. Do you want us to come
For the
back to you?
backstory. Yeah, please.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of getting mixed up.
Well,
with
I can
the-
also help you out because I see one that like Lucia would be interested in.
Has a connection for that?
Yeah, as a connection for this.
Okay.
Which one?
For one of them is blown away by the vastness and diversity of your abilities. Ask them how it makes them feel. If it fascinates them, take a help point on them. If it confuses them and they're weirded out, take a hurt point.
Oh, okay.
You know what we're looking at?
I'm actually trying to find. I can't find this.
Okay,
Why?
go to page 85. Go to page 85 in the player's guide.
85.
You see the top left on 85 where it says one of them is blown away? These are crew relationship tags. Or true relationship questions, I should say.
Okay. Then for that I would take a
No,
help
Lucia
point.
would take a help point, right?
Or Lucia would? Oh. Dang. I feel like I'm still
Oh, no.
like having issues with like the help and hurt part. Like that I'm still
Why?
trying to like get used to.
Yeah.
She would.
Yeah. Basically, she's fascinated by it, so that means that she has like trust in you or in your abilities and how you can utilize them. So she can help you like with the show that she puts on. You can utilize your abilities in tandem with her show. That's what the help is supposed to represent. It basically, you can give each other an extra point in battles and maneuvers, and that's all it is. A hurt point means her presence is causing you to operate less effectively.
Okay.
Mhm.
That makes more sense. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And for Lucia, what's her?
She has the expression theme card.
Okay. I kind of want to dig deeper. I think these questions are like fine, but they feel.
Well, these are good to have at the start. Then we get the more of them, like the
Yeah, I
deeper
think
ones. Because every
these just
theme
get
has a question.
this just gives like basic help and hurt points to like load up into the game with.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But it also
But
gets
I
everybody like
agree
kind of
with you
locked in
that
with it.
they're pretty like surfaced.
Yeah. I kind of want to.
How about we pull like
But I might just reach out to people with other backstory questions to try to flesh it out.
do you want to
Mhm.
just pull a card each
Yeah.
and give like a 2-minute thing? I think that would be fun.
Yeah. Do we want to do the City of Mist first? So
Sure,
everybody
yeah.
gets a help point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Or a hurt point.
help her hurt.
Help or hurt me.
I think I'd have to go the same as Andrew. One of them once witnessed you expressing your mythos at full power. Ask them what they thought about it. If it scared them, take a hurt point. If they appreciated it, take a help point. And so it would be like an overwhelming presence. And I don't know who would answer that. I don't want to do Alastor because he's dealt with it for so long.
Yeah.
Andrew,
like
what do you
my
think of
years-
it?
Overwhelming presence. What would that look like?
It's like she's in the middle of the crowd and all eyes are on her and she's asking for more. That's her
asking for
message.
Okay, no, that would be kind of
And-
cool because he himself was a former K-drama action star, so he kind of gets the being in the public eye kind of thing. So
Mhm.
he'd appreciate it. Probably realize it's not his life anymore, but I think maybe, would he be jealous or no? He would not be jealous. He'd be like,
He's too high to be.
He'd be drunk.
yeah,
He'd be drunk.
He's too drunk. You go,
Wow.
you go, girl.
He'd be drunk.
I want to see him walk around like this ain't my fucking crowd anyway, so whatever.
Exactly.
Alright, I'll put a help point on you.
Sure.
Well, I'll put a help point on my butt.
For Andrew.
It'll be you and my ass.
For who?
Andrew.
Oh wait. Is it working? Oh wait, are you not able to do Andrew? His character.
No, I can only see you right now. Oh wait, no, you got it. You fixed it on my sheet.
I changed it. Let me just. Everybody should.
I only see your sheet in the PC section.
Yeah, same here.
Same.
How about? Oh,
Okay,
There we go.
not
Now I see
yeah.
it.
Now I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do esoterica. One of them is curious about your practices and wants to join in. One of them has a practical use for your esoteric powers, which is the system in some endeavor. And one of them had a bad experience with a practitioner of your same or similar.
So which one of those do you think would be work?
Oh,
Which one do you want to see answered?
Throw it out.
Yes. No, you pick one and then you kind of point to a character you think would work.
I want to say I'm going to go to Alastor, and then one of them has a practical use for your recipe. So I think he's very, like you said, calculating and planning all the time. So I think you're going to go.
and I got an idea for it. So your esoteric powers, I don't know exactly what your power tags are going to be with this, but because it is like necromancy, I would say soul reading would be a good one. Just or like something like, hey, can you tell me like what their deepest desires or what their wants and wishes are, what their deepest fear is? Because he can utilize that, give that information to Lucia to utilize in her show, either for distraction or whatever it's going to be. She's basically masterminding how the information she gives him. So yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I can see that. I can, Drake, Alastor, I don't know why I can't see you, but I see new actor 31. I don't.
Yeah, that's me. I don't know why it says it on mine too. It's like it says my whole name, my mythos, and then it says new actor 31 at the end of it. I don't know why.
Oh, I think it's like a token thing.
Maybe.
I don't know why it's a token thing, but Alastor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you spell Alastor. Okay, I put an I in there.
No.
Alastor.
Mhm.
Update token. There we go.
Mhm.
Okay. But Naya, you still have to go into Foundry and then create actor. Did you go, Drake?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
Okay.
So, yeah, my turn. So my mythos, I'm gonna choose the mobility theme book because I have some really cool ideas for what Alistair's gonna do. I'm gonna say the question I'm gonna choose is: you took one of them on a magic carpet ride, a trip they will never forget. What happened there? Ask them if it made them feel closer to you. If so, take a help point on them. If they kept their distance since then, take a hurt point on them. So I think I'm gonna go with Naya's character, specifically with Cora. So Alastor can teleport, but when he does, he's engulfed in flame like hellfire. It's like takes over him. Then he teleports and he pops up again from somewhere else. Doesn't hurt anything, but it's just like the visual presence that comes with it. So me taking you somewhere, I'm thinking it would have been like an escape at one point. Either we had to, me and I were working together, or something was going wrong, and rather than sticking around to find out, we just got the hell out of there. Or I could have done it as like a kindness, like you needed to get somewhere fast and you were late, and I just said, "Hey, you know what? I got you," and then we're gone. Would that be awesome, or would that scare the hell out of you?
Oh, that would scare the hell out of me. Or her. That would scare her shitless. And if you did it again, I don't think she'd ever get used to it.
Yeah. So would that distance you from Alastor, or with Cora?
Distance you,
It's okay, like if it.
actually no. Actually,
No,
no.
it
Like,
can
no,
be a hurt point.
it can be a
I
hurt
don't-
point, but it's like she tries to like actively have an escape plan or like some sort of situation where it's like she always has a ride or has a way of getting places where she doesn't want to teleport. It's like, thank you, but no thanks.
But would she appreciate the idea that if she was ever trapped with Alastor, that they do have like an actual means of escape?
Oh, she would appreciate
not
it
be
as
her
like a
favorite.
last resort. It's not her favorite, but she would appreciate it as a last resort.
Okay. So yeah, you can take a hurt point on Alastor if that's what you want to go that route.
Yeah, kind of. It's like, oh no, I just gotta go to work. I have my bike downstairs. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can make it.
It's like I gotta go across town. I got you. No.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I got my skates, and I like the air.
It's
I
Vera
like the warm air.
It's Vera 2.0, where she just has like 8 different cars.
Oh, if she could afford them.
And she's like, I know, I'm using car number 7 today. Thank you, though.
Not
like,
phones.
oh, I have
now
my
it's
bike.
cars.
It's fine.
No, you know what it's gonna be for is
Even though the benefactor can literally buy us anything we want, he's going on skates.
Farm girl.
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily like.
Does Vera ever
frugal.
splurge? Does she ever splurge on anything?
No.
No clothes,
so
no
switching it up-
jewelry, no.
No, she wouldn't really splurge on anything. Like, she's a very practical person. Coraline gets distracted by shiny things, but it's like, damn, I gotta save my money.
Oh,
I
no.
need this for later.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
I
Oh,
have
this
so
is
much
gonna be
money and
so
I don't
much
know what
fun.
to do with it.
This is gonna be
Oh,
so
no,
much fun.
Lucia, no.
Oh God, what? I'm scared now. What?
Lucia is all glam all the time. Like, imagine walking out like dressed. You're going to the Met Gala.
My God, you're glowing, blinding. What are you wearing?
Yeah.
I don't think you need all this.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, I have to go out with you to go get Starbucks.
Yeah. Alastor is very much in the same boat. Not to the glam level, but Alastor doesn't walk out of the house without being in a suit.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'll be in
This
my
is gonna be
bathrobe.
fun interactions.
Oh.
And that's the thing.
These are
Like
gonna
we
be really
have this
fun.
very specific dynamic with Lucia and Alastor where like, he cannot tie his tie properly. Like he can get close, but Lucia has to fix it every time. That's just one of the little things he can't do. Despite all of his calculated cunning intelligence, the tie is the one thing that's eluded him forever.
We got the 2 nepotism babies. We got the
Oh,
previous.
she's a nepo baby for sure.
We
Hey,
have the
Alastor earned
previous
his
like
wealth back.
actor over here, and then the country bumpkin that is like, "What are you guys doing? You do not need a $200 suit. What? You're only gonna wear it one time."
And then you can hear Alastor go,
$200.
$200. Are you? Okay, I'm gonna go get
But the
coffee.
thing is like Lucia gets her money from her parents and Alastor, so he like 100% enables her because he's like,
And now the benefactor.
and now
Oh,
the
God.
benefactor, she's sitting there and she's like, I don't need my parents. I have so many other people.
So it went from sugar parents to sugar family.
Yeah, you
Oh God.
Like,
Like,
I kind of want.
this is a lot of money.
I kind of want
You
to
kinda wanna
go
what?
deeper because I still don't feel like it's like we're close. I kind of want to feel a little.
Okay, let's. Well, you
draw
don't
a
have a
card?
character other than the esoterica,
know,
right? You
I
need a
know.
name, you need everything else, so you can't get mad at us for we're not close. Make your
I'm
character.
not mad. I'm just. This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, why don't you think of your imaginary character and just draw a card and just send it?
Let's draw a card.
I feel like the way we would get closer if we have like that office moment where like it's treat yourself day.
Spa
Like we
day.
all like, hey, this is the day that we go out and buy unnecessary stuff. You're coming with us, but like I don't want
Unnecessary?
to. We're going.
Unnecessary, Cora? No.
Yes, you need a $300 facial cream. My God.
But no.
Co-op. I'll choose a co-op card because that means it includes someone. When push
Okay.
came to shove at event, we have to make up the event.
Mhm.
Let's.
Well, who you
Gala?
picking
Gala.
first?
Gala?
What are
Yeah.
you picking?
Yeah, like a heist gala where we're trying to steal a
It was
relic.
just a
That's what's
regular
going on.
Gala, but you guys turned it into a heist gala. It was really just
Yeah.
like we
Ooh.
have to show our faces like the benefactor said. And you guys were
Oh,
like,
okay.
Who are you picking? Who are you picking?
You see explain something you weren't expecting. What was it? How did you react?
I'm curious.
Wasn't expecting?
Who are you picking?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll roll the dice.
Okay.
What does that
That
mean?
literally means you can choose any other PC. Did not help at all.
God.
Sunny, for Lucia, she displayed something you weren't expecting. What was it and how did you react? What did she display? At this.
Did
got a
Lucia
gala
display
event.
something?
Was it a
That
gala?
your character?
It's
Yes.
co-op, so it's co-op meaning it's a co-op card. PCs have a history that shows off how amazing or competent they are. I think I saw her working, and then everybody was literally entranced by her. And I was like, I think there's a couple people I even snapped my fingers in front of them, and nothing.
There's like no.
Yeah, and it was at a gala that we weren't even, it wasn't a job. But
It was just
turned
Lucia
into-
being Lucia.
It wasn't a job.
You're like,
it
we're-
turned into a job by Lucia and Alastor. Like, we don't have to, you guys. We don't have to.
Lucia has her deck of cards, and you're like, where did she get those? What?
Yeah.
How does she even-
Your bag doesn't fit cards, and you can't put it in your dress.
Oh no, she could definitely put it in her dress. She's just sitting there, and she's like, she's sitting there and super dramatic. Your character's probably just like, what is going on?
I'm gonna call this the gala. I don't know what to call it. What kind of gala?
Just the gala.
What are we called again?
The-
The Phoenix people?
The Phoenix Society.
The Phoenix Society.
Okay. Maybe it was a gala of the society meeting. And I was like, oh, we're all mythic powered. It's not going to be a big deal. And then I was still blown away because even among the riffs, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Lucia's masterful command of the crowd.
I'm going to call it the society gala.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll choose one.
Yeah.
Draw a prompt card. I click it. It says available decks of prompts. It says core. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Card number 30. PC reminds you of someone from your past. Who and how does that complicate or make things weird today? It's an anywhere and a drama card. Somebody reminds me of somebody from my past. Naya might be a good one for that, for like the maid, the mom energy she gives off. Even though Alastor's older than her, that level of sweetness.
Ooh.
I think that would be like she kind of reminds him of the person he considered mom at that time
Oh.
before her passing.
Oh.
And what's the question? How does that complicate or make things weird today? I think Alastor goes out of his way to try and cater to her. Not as much as Lucia because they work together at the jobs, but he also like tries to make her comfy. And I do have Alastor as being a pretty good cook, so maybe they cook together. They share
That's
that moment.
cute.
I
Yeah.
need that. I need that.
There you go.
She's like crying. You're like, just making.
I am. There's actual tears.
We're making French toast, Core.
Yeah. It's like Lucia wants a Belgian waffle though. Lucia wants Belgian waffle. We're gonna make so many Belgian waffles.
You're asking me to cook with you? Yes, come here.
Yeah, perfect.
You're younger than him.
Alrighty.
Okay, that's cute.
I think the best part about it would be Alastor could show her like the higher end ingredients, but she can probably still outdo him with like the rustic charm of stuff, and her flavor is probably a little bit better.
That homemade
Yeah.
style, you can't.
Like he's got technical precision, but she can just throw in that extra shot of love that makes like everything just so much more elevated.
Yeah.
He could be like, that's not part of the recipe, but like, shh, it's fine. You're gonna like it.
It's like, we're gonna zhuzh it up here, just shush.
It's like you could go to a Korean barbecue, or you can go to your Korean grandma's house and like. chow
Exactly.
down.
Mhm.
I want hot pot right now.
That's so cute. Cora and Alastor in the kitchen together.
Mhm.
I
So who
need-
wants to roll next? Anybody can go.
I got it.
There you go.
Let me give up my character page. Draw. You, PC, and individual join together to handle a massive threat or issue. What did they learn about you? What did you learn about the individual? Andrew, you became Ghosty McGhostfaced.
Okay.
And we came together to handle the issue. I did distraction duty and I set some cards on fire. And you probably did your demon ghost thing. What did you do to handle this massive threat? Yeah, what'd you do?
What did I do? So who was this individual that we're talking about? We joined together to handle a massive threat. Okay.
I think
So you're
individuals
the
are NPC,
individual.
right?
It could be.
You're the individual.
The PC is Andrew. The individual could be anybody in this setting.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Guess it doesn't really matter who the individual is.
It could.
If I'm being,
He might come back.
could it be
It's,
Miles?
I was gonna say it's Miles. It's a Gruber driver. I'm traumatized from that. I'm gonna have to go to
Solomon. It's
therapy.
fucking Solomon.
All right. So what you would have learned is this threat would likely have had to do something with somebody who was recently murdered, or maybe we're facing a murder or something like that, a killer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to channel one of his or her former victims. And so when that victim came through me, what was that roll for?
Oh, don't worry about it. Keep going.
Don't worry. You would have seen a horrible representation of the victim. Basically, you would see my physical features kind of alter to take on the form of that individual to a certain degree, not physically, but almost superimposed on me. But not while they were alive, but now their dead form, almost like a zombie type form with their distended limbs and dislocated jaws kind of hanging open, reaching for him. And that is how we would have dealt with that killer. They would have frozen in place there from horror, and we would have been able to defeat him that way. And this, by the way, totally traumatized me.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. So
And-
way to inflict that pain on me. Lucia's just, trying to live La Vida Loca. And she's like, hey, look at my new Dior shoes. And you're like, murder victim.
By the way, ghosts.
Super cash money of you, Andrew. Learned a lot.
And you thought you were
I-
going to be the problem.
And as
Yeah.
soon as that's over, I would have reached into my bathrobe pocket, pulled out a bottle of Xanax, and popped a few pills.
I was gonna be alcohol. I did not think it was gonna be pills.
Got
Everything. It's
those Xannies on
everything.
tap.
Hey, Andrew. Hey, Paksu, what's this brown stuff? That's heroin, huh?
Oh my god.
It's fucking wet. Well, if you get it from China, it's white. So
Yeah. Who wants to go next? Wait.
oh, Naya.
Yeah.
I don't think Naya, have you rolled yet?
No, I haven't rolled yet.
Hit the card button on the bottom in the hot bar. Oh.
I'm guessing we're
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys owe me a favor. What did you do to earn it? Have they repaid it yet?
So we owe you a favor. What did you do that we owe you a favor for?
Oh god, we all did something to her. Like, we feel so bad.
Oh god.
No.
Pitching down?
She's earning the favor. She's earning the favor. So she did something for us.
I did something for you guys.
Oh, I thought we burned her kitchen down.
Oh, dang. What would I have done for you guys? Could I have done?
I feel like it's like I don't know if it's like a big thing, but it's probably individual things. So what would Cora have been able to do for everybody that would have made it like a favor? Something small, but something that is deeply powerful for your character.
I think she's just very thoughtful and just like thinks about what we need. And she's like, oh, I saw that you were eyeing this. She's like, here you go. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know anybody was watching.
Oh, okay. I can see
Oh.
her like maybe like noticing that you guys are like getting sick in some way. Not like, curse related. More so of
Right.
Like a common
giving you natural like giving you guys like natural remedies that like work because she knows what like herbs and stuff like mix to like get rid of it. Like you could just be coming down with it, and she's like,
I really
oh,
like
this is the
that.
first signs of this, here you go.
Yeah.
I really like that because I have Alastor has like a workroom where he does a bunch of his drawing and stuff. So I imagine he'd eventually get like a tension headache. And if she could make like a specific tea, I would say like none of the pills and stuff that he would take would work. So the tea is the only thing that actually works to get rid of that headache for him.
And I would say
And maybe she suggests like in passing, like, please don't sniff the turpentine too much. That affects your brain. It's really not good for you.
But he's not stiff and turpentine, but I get you.
Listen, don't limit yourself.
It could be.
I mean, you
Don't
could
tell
be
me how to
around
get
the
high.
fumes. I don't know what you're painting with.
I meant more like over the drawing board doing like the architectural design stuff. It just the attention.
Okay, you're
headache
doing
gets
that. I thought you were
from-
like doing like oil painting or something.
Yeah, just coke.
I've heard
Doing coke.
stories. I've heard stories, and they're not fun. But
Alastor, you need to
It's-
calm down.
it's-
I'm fine.
I'm fucking fine.
Whoa. Why is your nose white?
Don't worry
You know what?
I would say she's probably helped out my character once I have a name for her. Help her to stay calm. I think whenever Hecate kind of takes
Xena.
over, she gets a little bit anxious and a little bit.
Oh.
Heart rate goes up a little bit, and you've seen her have those moments, those hot flashes, or whatever, giving her those
Xena.
dream. Can you stop? So bad.
No.
Those aren't prompting like a good name to come up. Bertha.
Xena's a good name, but not X with a Z.
Bertha,
Bertha.
Eugenia.
Calliope,
Muriel.
Muriel.
Muriel, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Such a crazy.
Agatha.
Agatha's cool. Let's see.
I like Agatha.
For a witch, yeah.
Have we repaid it yet? I don't think so. I haven't yet.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean,
I don't think.
she probably doesn't know anything that like anything needs to be repaid. She kind of just did those things.
They all just kind of
Oh.
feel slightly indebted to her.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I would say, "Oh, I owe you one, thank you," and maybe you just thought I said it in passing, but no, I'm gonna get. I got you.
Mhm.
For
Oh.
Lucia, you probably like fixed like one of her shoes or something, or got her like a band-aid, and she's like, I'm gonna buy you stuff now. You don't know that,
Please-
but
Please
You
don't.
deserve
It's
the world. Thank you for this band.
I
I
thank
just
you.
know how to
It's-
repair shoes sometimes. Like
It's like
you
a
don't
blister
need-
for a band-aid, and Lucia's like, you are the kindest thing in the whole world.
I will say that the
Oh.
You
Kensingtons.
sneezed, you're like, I'm gonna buy you a small.
I
I will
can't
say
wait.
the Kensingtons have a very specific thing that they look for in people, and it's loyalty. So any kind of loyalty towards them, they immediately reward and stick towards.
Oh.
Has everybody answered one?
No, not yet. I'm going to. Oh, sorry. I want to say that Coraline, is that your character's name? Coraline?
Caroline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coraline. Yeah, it was a similar kind of thing as. Trying to remember your character's name, Drake.
Alistair.
Alistair. Thank you.
Oh, he's 2 in character
Um,
already.
Oh God.
The drugs, they're.
Go well.
I know you.
Chicken
What's your
in.
name? I know you. What's your name again?
We've
Um,
lived together for a year, man.
Andrew, you're gonna have to do some method acting before the start of sexual one. I wish you the best of
fine.
luck on your endeavors.
Find you some Vicodin. It's good.
Yeah, he would
That
have
bitch.
come home from a particularly enjoyable evening. Probably you would have found him face down, butt naked on his bed with a wicked
Oh, she would
hangover.
have panicked. Panicked.
And I can see your character making a nice tea, similar like for Alastor, just to help him get over the hangover. Maybe cover him up a little bit. And yeah, just, he would have woken up with this nice tea next to his bed. And okay, yeah, you're the only person in this house that would have thought of doing that. So
She would have left a little note too, like, "Hey, I covered you with the blanket. I didn't want you to get embarrassed. Here's some tea. Please lay off the drinking. It's very worrying. Okay, bye."
Next to the tea is an unseen servant that I conjured from the earth to stir it for you.
Yeah, a note from Lucia that says, "This is poor behavior. Can you not?"
I'm like soups disappointed.
I
God.
Okay.
can't even relate to this.
Do better.
Be
And
better.
Alistair
This
would
is
have
the
created.
kind of shit you see in movies. Don't do
Alistair
it
would have created
again.
an alarm clock that plays one very specific tune to wake you up. It's over and over and over again.
Oh my god.
This note says be best. L.
Be best.
Be best.
Be best.
Oh gosh.
Could you
Your
not be cool?
your standard offends me right now, and you need to be better.
Oh, Andrew, did you choose a card yet? Who has it?
No, I have not yet.
Okay,
I can pick 1, 2, or 3. Doesn't matter. Just a
one
prompt
is the
card.
card, yeah.
Yeah.
The prompt card.
You avoid
Created
place-
mental breakdown.
I love that. That's like, yes.
Where are
Relatable
you
on
reading
this
this?
Wednesday in the
She,
chat.
she gave
in
you a
the-
story
Okay.
tag.
Okay.
in Discord.
You avoid place ever since event. What's keeping you from going there? What price do you pay for not going there? Okay.
It's a solo card.
It means it doesn't
Um,
tie to another place.
Yeah.
You can click on solo and it'll show you what they mean.
Okay. So the most obvious place he would not go to is any kind of morgue, because there's just a lot of dead people there, and dead people, and
And I like morgues.
Paksu. Yeah. No. But he made the mistake of going into a morgue once,
Oh,
and it was absolutely traumatizing. These spirits kept trying to fight over his body, try to get in there. What price do you pay
for
for not going there?
I
I probably would not have been able to identify a victim. Maybe that would have affected maybe one of our cases detrimentally.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I was gonna say maybe it stops you from growing too, because you're just like
Yeah.
avoiding. This is part of your
Oh, yeah.
power, and you're not getting better at it. You're just avoiding.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Running away is what I'm good at.
I like go. I
You like-
I'll say that my character likes going to more cemeteries, mausoleums,
Mhm.
museums.
So actually, a good question with that too. Would like your character, Andrew? Would he plot routes to avoid getting anywhere near like a morgue
Yes.
or a cemetery or mausoleum, like in the city? Like, yeah, we
Yes.
can't go that way because it's too close to whatever. So they have to
Exactly.
kind of reroute. Yeah, I love
Exactly.
it.
But I like
Love it.
Yeah, that
always a bad
you
one.
guys are like accidental siblings. It's like, oh no,
Yeah.
we got a death crafter over here and a person who doesn't want death.
So we got a bro sis, we got a bro sis, and we got a teen mom.
And we got a team mom.
Okay. Looks like everybody. We all answered a question.
Mhm.
There's like 50 of them,
I mean, I could do one more. I've got time.
I think Andrew should do another one because his was a solo one.
but
Yeah.
it fleshed out.
I-
I mean, it's like their backstory card, so it did flesh out, a little bit more about you. But if you want to choose
Mhm.
like a team one,
Yeah, I'll roll another one. I'll roll another one. I don't mind.
yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my food to get here, so I still got time.
Draw a card.
I need to get food.
All right, so this one says everyone together. This is an everyone prompt, but the players come up with a single answer together.
Together.
An incident happened at place that bonded you all together and it involved individual. What happened?
Oh, this is a great card.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this would be kind of like an event question, but it wouldn't be a gala. What would bond us over this specific event? It says,
Place 3. Well, place
Yeah.
3 is empty, so we never.
yeah,
filled
because
up.
we didn't put any places there. Yeah, it's fine.
What if
that
it's some
bonded
like
you all together.
restaurant or like diner?
Yeah.
Yeah, restaurant would
Yeah.
be good.
Like some
I would say like Alastor and Lucia would probably want to show them the benefits of like a fine dining facility at some point. Like, hey,
Okay.
this is where we're at. Like, you come here with us. We do this. Alastor is probably very particular about where he eats. So
There is that French restaurant that we went to in the last series. It's like
Oh yeah.
Chez something, but it
Yeah.
is where like all the rich people go.
yeah. Yeah.
Shea Rich.
So we could do
people.
that.
Filet mignon.
Is that gel with everybody? We all go to a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
They got
then
good booze
what
there.
would have happened?
Coraline know that this is fancy, or it's like, oh, we're all going out to eat. Let's go. And she's like,
Lucia
okay.
would help.
No.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Lucia would help.
Yeah, you know it's
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll wear my
Feeling
best.
very
And then-
awkward then.
cafe. Oh no, it's
Yeah.
not Cafe Suave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then an incident happened there, and it involved individuals. So what we can say, like, what if it involved our benefactor?
Okay. There we go.
We just didn't know it was him. Yeah. 'Cause we haven't met
Is
him,
that how
right?
we all came together? No, that's not how we all came together.
No,
Wait, it
this
could
is like
be.
No.
No. I mean, like maybe that could be like the origin point.
Oh, this is where
He called us.
Okay.
put us all together, right? We all showed
Yeah,
up
and then put us through a
Yeah.
test.
I can see.
put us through a
a
I
test.
can see that
back room.
happening.
The
Yeah.
French restaurant.
Ooh.
What
Yeah.
was the test that bonded us all together?
Like an escape room. Like he locked down the restaurant, and we all had to work together to escape.
Oh, the
Oh my
entire
God.
restaurant?
Yes.
He has the
Yeah.
brain. We have
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
escape
I
Surprise escape room.
I have a feeling my
Mhm.
guy would be totally useless and just be drinking himself silly. But yeah, you guys go for it.
I conjured someone from the dead to try to unlock the door on the other side.
And that just makes Andrew worse.
Yep.
I want to say like her eyes do like turn black. All so like the whites of her eyes completely turn black.
Yeah. The sclera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, but she has a small smile on her face because she kind of likes it. Kind of gets excited.
Ugh.
I'm a little turned on by these ghosts.
Okay, I didn't. Of course.
I love channeling their power through me.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. Stop. Stop.
Hey, we went a full hour without the spray bottle, so.
Yeah,
okay.
bringing it back though.
Okay. Sonny, you want to roll?
Sure. Do you mean like a card?
Yes.
Okay. Your participation in or lack of garnered far too much attention. What's the latest problem this attention has caused you?
Oh, this is perfect for you. What the heck?
Yeah,
It is perfect for you.
this is good for you. This is a good card for you.
Yes.
Ooh.
Solo card.
Lucia at the gala got way too much attention. She it went a little bit overboard. I like to think that her mythos kind of took over a little bit as well, and she just kept going and going, and now the repercussions are like she's always recognized when she goes outside. Like she is like, even if she's wearing anything remote, like so if she has like a baseball hat and sunglasses, they're gonna be like, oh, that's Lucia, let's go talk to her. Like she
You
cannot
can't hide
make it
even when
down.
you're dressed down. Yeah.
Yeah, like even when she's dressed down, like she cannot make it 10 to 15 feet without somebody being like, are you Lucia Kensington?
It's a rich person version of dressed down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can one of your weakness tags be like always recognizable? Always.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, there's one theme kit that was the attention seeking, and then she's a drama queen, and then really recognizable is one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's do another one. Let's just see what this does.
Hey, ooh, she rolled.
You brought on PC to help you retrieve something of personal importance. What did you offer for this help? Did you receive? Well, I think I already chose Drake. Well, that was for the City of Misting. If you guys are the best at like thievery, so I would go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Demons.
I'm-
Demons.
so you brought on a PC to help you retrieve something of personal importance. This is,
Yeah. Doesn't mean it has to be stolen.
but I know what you guys are good at.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you offer for this help? Did you succeed? Who else is good at retrieving things? Well, listen, you're pointing to something that's off screen.
Oh, I was trying to point to Andrew.
What?
Using
So
using
funny
his
because
celebrity.
it's so funny that Andrew and my are switched for me, so that's kind of fun.
You are good at getting stuff.
No, you meant this way.
So it looked like he was pointing to me. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You can do it with your ghost buddies.
What can something of personal
Well, what would be personally important to you? You don't put that on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some type of in D&D you have like an amulet that your magic works through. I forgot what it's called.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Focus?
your arcane focus.
Yeah, like an arcane focus that's like it's a dark, deep purple that she wears.
Okay.
Technically it's a part of her family's, but it's on a dead body. And so
Oh,
she
great.
she wanted to make sure that it was okay for her to take it. She's gonna grave rob. So she
How about also there's this thing with him specifically, since you can talk to the dead and it's in a grave,
yeah,
maybe you don't know which one, you don't know which relative has it
yeah. So,
buried. So finding it and then securing permission would be a good way to retrieve.
and I offered to make sure that all the dead people who were there like stayed away from you.
You only had to deal with one.
I was like, you know, 10 feet, because lots of people were popping up trying to mess up.
So we'll
It's
go
the
in
year
this
of
graveyard.
COVID, ghosts.
I'm literally hiding behind you this entire time.
I'm like, which one? I'm
Don't
looking
wanna,
at
don't wanna,
which
don't wanna, don't wanna, don't wanna, don't wanna, don't wanna, don't wanna.
Like,
Oh,
No. And yeah, okay. That sounds good. I'll but what are you gonna give me for this? Just to protect me
yeah,
while
I'm
we're
just
doing
making
this?
sure they're all, 10
but
feet
do you
away.
offer him anything else at all? Like any kind of reward for like, hey,
No.
He will
like,
need
my
something
family's
to
got this
deal
really
with
good
this.
stash of ayahuasca, maybe you could have some of that.
She was really into ayahuasca, the one I'm talking to.
Maybe give him like 2 minutes of silence.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, something where I'm helping you keep the spirits at
Oh,
bay. That's
you,
what that's
you know what would be good? You know what would be good though? If that's gonna be the thing, if you want the silence, maybe you can use the necromantic powers to give him like a shield buff for the day, so he doesn't have to be altered. Like he could have a sober day if he wanted, without having to like quell anything. You would have one peaceful day.
Oh, that would be awesome.
How
I
would you
would
like
go
to
for
not
that.
be inebriated? I have a proposition for you.
Is that a permanent
That's-
status tag?
Yes.
Propositioned?
The goal is to remove that tag. One day.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's actually a really difficult choice, but he'd be happy for any sort of relief, even if it's just for a day.
Then I would do my best, do some research, try to find some tomes, things like that. And yeah. And I
There
give
you go.
A,
Yeah.
a tight 12 hours of freedom.
Best 12 hours of his life.
Yeah, but it would start after
Hmm.
are we in a mausoleum type? Yeah.
It
retrieval,
happens once a year on Halloween.
the procurement.
So you were able to tell me where it's at, and we did light grave robbery.
We did some soft grave
Grave.
robbing.
Oh my god.
We did it at night. Okay. Does anybody else want to go?
Nah, yeah.
I'm gonna draw one more.
Okay. Usually we will not go this late.
Yeah.
Mhm.
8:30, an hour and 20 minutes
Okay.
before this is when I usually would end the session.
Okay. I'm going to roll another one because I don't want another solo one. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Here we go.
Everybody.
Group has a sworn vendetta against you. What did you do there?
Wow.
Enmity, or were you framed?
Were you framed? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But group doesn't mean us.
Us.
It could
Yeah,
be-
it could be a group of other things.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have a cult against you, congrats.
Group, the Phoenix Society. Because I only put one group in it.
Mhm.
I have a theory. I have a theory.
A sworn.
Maybe.
Goober.
What other groups? Did I make any other groups?
Goober.
I mean, there
Oh
is-
god,
Group.
no.
Gruber drivers.
Oh, there is a group.
Oh god.
Goober Inc.
Goober hates ghosts.
Okay.
Goober Inc. is one.
So I'm supposed to go twice, apparently. Player who drew this goes twice. So one will be the Actors Guild.
Okay.
Just because I was an ass to them, probably, and that's why I got kicked out of that industry.
Yeah.
The other one would be probably morticians. These are the ones that take care of mausoleums, the ones that we broke into and did some light grave robbing.
Oh yeah, that would be
So
like a gravekeeper or like a grave or like an undertaker.
Yeah, an undertaker.
So the group of undertakers, whatever, undertakers union or whatever they're called.
Undertaker. They have a union.
The Alliance of Morticians.
Their group chat in shambles.
So everyone apparently has
just
a
got
group,
light robbed.
right?
Yeah.
So you each need to come up with a group.
Oh yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, there is an individual that I created. There's this hacker.
Mhm.
He's
What
like
a coinky dink.
He's the best underground hacker in the city. He could be individual too. I've been wanting to incorporate him somehow. Best boy hacker.
Best boy hacker.
I don't know what it means by every player answers in turn, but
Every group has a group. Every player has a group gunning for them.
Associated with them. Yeah.
we each
Oh.
have a group?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
So if we would have done this like at the start for that would have been a little bit different. But yeah, because we're doing this out of order and stuff, it's gonna be a little confusing. So
My group is probably some mages that wanted to include me, and I rejected them.
I have mine. The Serbians do not like Alastor.
Okay. Last series it was the Russians.
Well, this is
time
specifically
it's
because
Lucia.
Alastor is like Alastor undercuts and steals jobs from people because he's better. So they're not too fond of him. Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun creating the best thief in the city, and for you to
Mhm.
take it and
Mhm.
Okay. Everybody, which group is after you?
Serbians.
Okay.
I don't. Someone's gonna have to. I don't know. I don't know who would be after Coraline personally.
You know what? The families of the missing girls.
I mean, but like, would they know? Like,
Maybe one
I'm
of them
not
put
sure.
it together. Maybe one of them put it together. Maybe they were able to. Maybe it starts off like as like a conspiracy theory type thing. Like how about that? A conspiracy group. I'm not sure.
Okay, I can see that. Like, there's like an online forum on the dark web about her.
Mhm.
She doesn't know about. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the dark web. Like all these events happened, and this kid specifically left each time.
Every single time.
What is up with
Every
that?
single time. Yeah. She showed up 3 months later. It happened because if it's on a timeline like that, it's just the amount of time she spent with them. So it would be consistent. And if somebody lost their kid and they don't know why, or their kid got really sick, like the being sick would probably be a less obvious one, but a kid going missing every time you show up might raise some questions.
Okay, gonna write this down. Conspiracy, dark web.
Another
Hell yeah.
Channel 4 News.
Fuck Channel 4.
Basically the Fox.
How do you spell conspiracy?
We have Dr. Hospital could be place number 2.
I love how we've just gone with that since like day one.
Mm.
This hospital. No,
It was a
it's
joke
just-
and it became a thing. It's just, I love it. And I love that it's static there. HDH.
I'm
Mhm. Despite the fact that they're all Instagram model like levels of pretty. Yeah.
They just get this like crew that comes in every single time, and it just refers to it as Hot Doctor Hospital. Just different groups of people.
The whole city, like colloquially.
Yeah.
Hot Dr. Hot.
You know, and that's the thing too, is like there's probably somebody on the board that's got started up their own website, Only Nurses.
Oh my.
I love the recognition. It just took a second.
But yeah, so should we end it off here for the night? Sound good? We won't ever go this late usually, but
Mhm.
it's just the
Oh, but we'll start at 5:32. I'm assuming, like right on the dot, right? Yeah. And then we took a break. Yeah. And this is just like the creation and building everything like that. So, you said you're gonna leave Foundry open so we can build our characters
For sure.
as we come through.
It
Okay.
will be closed by Friday evening at 5.
Okay.
Closed by Friday evening. Okay.
I think I have all my
So
cards.
what we pick that can be like up for debate. Like if something doesn't work, like you'll let us know.
I'll be looking
Because
at
that's all I'm.
Drake.
That's all I'm worried about.
Yeah.
If I have
Okay.
any
I gotcha.
questions, I'll just be like, "Oh, what does this tag mean specifically? Like, how would this work in game?" That's usually, I would say, think about that question. Like, how would I use this in game? How can it be helpful for me? How can this be a +1? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I.
Mhm.
It's gonna be one of those things too, where like I was very liberal with the tag use, so allowing like, hey, this will work, but I think that can cause tag inflation really easily. So it might be better for us to be a little bit more stringent on what we'll allow in tags, because like Nicole was able to stack 6 every time she was talking to somebody, but I was being generous with that. Like you didn't always set argumentative traps for people. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
make it match the
So-
narrative a little bit better this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Sounds
and
good.
that'll limit how many we can do. We won't have to put like a 4 tag cap. It'll just naturally limit itself because we can only use like these ones make sense. You can't use all of them.
And remember, one of your theme cards can have 4 power tags and 2 weakness tags. And remember that you can have 1 universal like broad tag.
Yeah.
Hey, so we can have 4 power tags, 2 weaknesses, and
On
If
one
you
just
card.
try
want,
to like.
it's up to you. You don't have to do it, but it is available.
Okay, so 3 and 1, like 3 for power, like 1 for weakness is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All 4 can be 3
And
two,
then-
but there can be 1 that's 4 and 2 if you want. Optional.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to dig, I kind of want to like, because we're like so over. I might like reach out to people to build backstory and connections a little bit more.
Okay.
Hit up the general chat.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'll put it.
Yeah.
And I just say like I have most of my notifications muted. So if you want me specifically, just make sure you tag my name,
Ping me.
and it'll. But we also do need to do the crew theme as well at some point.
Right.
So-
Yeah, we'll do. I think.
Yeah.
We'll do that in between, like over the next couple days. Just
Yeah.
like, everybody, put your 2 cents in for what our power tag should be, the name, the mystery, all that good stuff, or identity.
Yeah, I'll just pick like I think I'll pick 2 tags. I'll throw them out like this is my idea, and the letters. Make sure you put the letters next to them. So like A, whatever the answer, B, whatever the answer, or if you choose J, whichever one. That way we don't step on each other's toes if they get selected.
Yeah, I think the title is the Phoenix Society, right? I think we decided on that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sounds good. I'll look at the crew theme book later.
How-
Okay, y'all.
Cool.
Thanks for staying. with
Sorry,
us
one
later.
quick question. How do you add a 4th power tag to a theme card?